Going.
Somebody's gone.
Button.
Oh,
Nobody's
what
on
up?
Hello, and welcome back to more Star Wars D&D. After our hiatus from last week, uh, last session, they started off at the end of their week-long break, getting a message from Sato that they actually had a location they could shoot for to search for one of these shrines. However, the problem was the location. All of you found out that it was on one of the unexplored continents on E13. This became particularly problematic, however, when he explained that the government, the ruling body of Ithor, and its people consider the planet itself sacred, and you're not allowed to enter the planet unless you have zero intentions of leaving, and you leave behind technology. At which point, Sato caused a small problem in the camera systems, explaining to all of you that despite the official order of staying your ground and not heading to there, he's asking all of you to risk it and head to Ithor. Apparently agreeing, you all set out to find a method of getting onto the planet. One of which was talking to one Captain Peace, who offered to smuggle you onto the planet. However, hearing the price, you guys decided to explore your options, and Chani hacked into Rainland Corporations again,
Count told me to.
looking for, on Count's behest, looking for a possible stealth module or something of like. Instead, what Chani found was an entire prototype ship. That is a more stealthy model, of course. And deciding it's time to stick it to the man again, they all set out to get arrival methods onto a space station orbiting Coruscant that hosts a research and development lab for shuttles, spaceships, fighters, and the like. Between Sorsha making some disguises for everybody, arranging a drop-off with Captain Peace, and Chani hacking it and getting certain information, all of you managed to get onto the space station without much of a problem. Sneaking along after dropping into the weaponry department, you all ended up in a small break room stepping out of the main hallway when you heard what sounded like a droid walking down, and ran into two people on break. However, due to a bit of a panic, two people have now been converted into something that's just matter at this point, biomatter. They've died. And during the process of this and deciding what to do, a droid bot managed to spot Count. One of the security bots spotted Count out in the hallway, who, despite his invisibility, wasn't quite gone enough, it seems. After a brief and very quick battle with that and the alarms going off, we pick up with everybody running down the hall.
You know, you guys can say no to when I say I have a terrible idea, because it's generally a terrible idea.
Nah.
A very conversational tone considering the situation.
That was out of character.
I think it was in character, sir.
Were we in initiative, or did you...
We
was
had
that-
dropped
No,
initiative and
you
we
did.
were running ahead. I think Chani was
We were
going up first and was trying to get the door open to where we needed to go.
Oh, you got down
So-
part of the way in the hallway.
Yeah.
It's still a fairly large area. It's a full space station.
So we have Chani, Count, Ava, and then Joran and Sorsha in the room still?
No.
No, everybody got out of the room.
Okay.
Also,
But
Jordan
Chani had a
was
head
the
start.
third person out.
Yeah. You and Count are about the same distance away from everything.
As she's running
And
through
then Chani's
here,
ahead.
she's going to have her suit activate infiltrate.
Alright, so Chani's
And-
going invisible. Good to know.
While I'm running down the hallways, gun out in front of me, if anything pops from around the corner, enemy-wise, it's gonna get shot.
Okay.
Set the stun if they're not droids.
Are you saying that in
Kidding.
character to Joran?
Yes, I am saying that in character as we're running.
Whatever, fine. Flicks the
All
switch.
right. Johnny's invisible, trying to run ahead. Anybody else doing anything particular I need to know about before we continue on?
What all do we visualize quarter? What all do we have here?
For a corridor, it's mostly a simple. It's very simple. It's mostly just a curving corridor right now. From the designs, you seem to be on the more central hub of the station.
And we have an invisible Chani that we can't see at the door,
Nope.
assumably.
You all saw her flicker out as she was starting around one of the curves. Flicker out of
Okay.
sight.
Okay, so we don't have sight
Um,
of what's around the corner.
Probably Sorsha can hear footsteps, but everybody else, you're having a hard time with the noise going off.
Because
we
alarms
all
are
also-
blaring.
We all also do have maps of the area.
Sorsha will follow the tiny
Sure.
little footsteps.
As you guys are all running, you start to see the klaxons going off. And Johnny, you notice this first. You'll get through because of your head start, but everybody else, you notice blast. What looks like sort of blast shields are starting to come down to try and segment the hallways.
I gotta keep going.
Yep.
Bonus action dash, don't
Running
fail me
ahead.
now.
Who all is what speed running ahead? Sorsha could probably bypass everybody easy enough with a full dash.
Yeah.
However, everybody else needs to make a. I'll let it be an athletics or acrobatics to try and get through the door on time as it's starting to close.
Sorsha's fast girl.
Rogue Squad.
Johnny, you got through as it was starting to come up. You watched Sorsha running and just like almost like hurdle style, just whoop right over it without skipping a beat. Duck at the same time so she doesn't slam her head into the one coming from the ceiling.
I'm
Bang, gang.
acrobat.
22.
After
maybe.
Okay. Jordan comes through and just like with a quick burst of the jetpack, just right through it and lands back on its feet.
Yeah, I would
Bang,
say
gang.
it wasn't acrobatics.
Uh,
I would just frisbee myself over if 19 is enough.
Count runs, jumps, turns sideways, like goes over it and lands on the other side, facing it still,
Ava will
before
be right
taking
back.
going with it to rotate and go.
She forgot her
And-
dice in the other room.
Okay.
She will be right back.
That is a
just
catastrophic
gonna
failure of
say-
dice.
It is.
that Sorsha, after being on the other side of the door where she thinks that she is safe, like after like all of the things have gone down, she throws up in the corner because she just realized she killed a man in cold blood. And stuffed him in a closet.
In the
Oh,
cabinet.
The cabinet.
We discuss things later.
You stored him with the
See
soup.
that later.
And she's still dressed as him. So she can't even look in a mirror.
Well, you can see through your own illusion.
I can see through my own illusion.
Yeah.
But she
Oh,
took his clothes.
wow.
No, she didn't.
No, I didn't. I just took his form.
This guy's self-effective. It's Force Mask, I believe it's called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
force
I thought
mask.
I thought she took his coat and everything when she was in there.
No,
Nope.
he was bloody. He was real bloody.
It was gross.
It was, yeah. Source just throwing up in the corner.
I'll also say you can choose not to see through your own illusions. I wouldn't recommend it.
Your
Yeah, I
face
mean, it's
doesn't
an
look
option,
like your
but
face.
The way I read it and interpreted it, you see the like a see-through version of it, so you know where it's at, what it looks like, but you can still see through it.
That's why Silent Image is so freaking awesome. It's not what's being
know.
used here, but
Carrying on.
We're waiting on Eva to make her dice roll.
James couldn't share a dice for like 3 seconds.
She could have come over here and hit the roll dice button. I have roll 20. I don't have my dice in here. I have 2,000 dice that I am not going to worry about fucking bringing from one room to another.
What? I don't.
Acrobatics or athletics?
I think they're the same thing for you.
Fifth?
Say again.
15.
Yeah, 15.
15? Alright, that's enough. Just for this, are you doing athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Okay. Sorry.
Alright, running along, you have the saber in hand. Count just frisbee through, and it's starting to get really close. So, and as you're running at it, you stow it and just kind of like put hands on it and pull yourself through it, and just hit the ground with a roll, stopping. And then you guys all hear it just cling behind you, and you seem to have gotten out of that section that's being blocked off.
More closing, probably. Keep going.
Don't stop now. Keep moving. Said
And
over comms.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody, keeping on going. What?
If Sorcia's throwing up in the corner, Count will just kind of grab her and start to pull her. Must go. Quick.
Sorsha just like wipes her mouth, disgusted.
Bang gang.
Count
things to
running
do.
by, grabbing you by the arm, Sorsha, pulling you up to your feet and getting you running again.
Bang gang. Must go.
Banking.
Running around the corner, you see that the doors, it's not that large with the rate you guys can run. You hear what sounds like Droideka's coming. You have all heard the rolling sound of just the as it's speeding up. They seem to be coming from more central to the hub area rather than the borders on this one. And the door ahead of you, you guys have watched as it starts to seal and shut on the what looks to be the entrance to the stealth wing. However, because I know Chani will ask, there is a keypad panel and a card panel.
I've also been running like a son of a bitch.
Yeah. So you get there well ahead of everybody else. But I'm telling you since you're there.
Alrighty, slice check. Security check.
Yep.
Okay.
Slicer or security in this case.
Go dice. That's big 27.
Alright. Just so you know, packets slid into your hood.
I would hope that they're on my person.
They're like splayed flat against the back of your head where your hair is, so
Oh,
they're
yeah,
in
so-
your invisibility field.
Imagine that they have like their own little docket somewhere nearby where Mortimer's is.
Fair. This was like the first thing it did though, as it noticed it closing.
Okay.
As you guys run around the corner, you watch as a panel just pops off of the wall near the door, and some sparks start to go. Before fairly quickly, it opens up.
That's the room.
And
Go.
as it opens up, you guys are still a little bit off. I would like you guys to roll initiative as they're Chani, you open the door, and there are guards at the ready. And as soon as the door opens, they open fire.
Okay,
They
fine.
can't see you, obviously, but you can tell it's probably just the procking of the doors.
So the
open.
door is going to open to a hail of gunfire over there next to me, so I should be okay. My teammates, though. What the fuck?
Bad.
Always. For Chani, she can't do initiative.
And actually, Rain, in this case, I would like you to roll initiative.
Oh shit. Yeah. Guess today,
So soon.
Rain. Say hi.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan.
Hello.
I'm eating goldfish.
Did you say you're a goldfish?
No, I'm
He's
eating,
eating
goldfish.
goldfish.
He
Let
could
me
also
roll
be a
some.
You interrupted
goldfish.
his snack, Matt. How dare you?
I have
I
never
got
seen
timing,
him. He
what
could in
can I
fact
say?
be a goldfish.
He's a goldfish.
I'm
He
not.
wishes to be a goldfish.
If I need to describe my character, I would say I look something
I'll let you
similar.
know. I'll let you know. I'll have you describe it when everybody else sees you.
Don't wish to be a goldfish.
All right.
Hey, real quick, can I suggest that Rain has probably, at the start of his day, cast his familiar thing, and it's alive somewhere? If he's going to be
That would
doing
be fair
stuff,
because it'd be fair. He'd be aware he's going on to a job.
and now he wouldn't have to worry about an extra spell slot, and it would be active. And he's played the familiars
Yeah,
before,
that's
so you
fair.
know how that's works.
You can have your small scout droid out if you wish to.
The tracker droid?
Yep, that's what it's called.
Alright, will do.
It's a functionally the same as familiars, and you've ran those before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 to 25.
25.
I would say I am a 28.
Fuck.
Pew pew.
28. And you are Randall, correct?
Yes.
That's what it says on my screen.
Randall
25
Sar.
is. That's a pretty common last name, it seems.
Wait, what's his last
25.
name?
Randall Starr.
Oh.
24 to 20.
Yeah,
22.
21. Fuck. Don't hold
Here we
that.
go again, Shawnee. Here we go again.
Bring it.
21
Come
is
on.
Eva. All right. 19 to 15.
15.
15.
Oh, Johnny. Oh, honey.
Johnny,
8.
what did you get? 8?
8.
Good job.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh.
Friday game, Callus rolling a fucking 25. Johnny, 8.
They're, they're different
just pull it
people.
up closer to your
They're
neck
very different.
and like try to put something to weigh it
Nice.
down, maybe.
Not like you're.
I don't know. I've never really used a heating pad.
What is she trying to do with it?
Trying to get it to position on her shoulder well.
You can wrap it on there, or you can just lean back on that shoulder.
I can't lean on it. I can't put anything on it.
Well, the only thing I can say, because I've had to do that before, is you if you have any type of wrapping thing during the break, is to try to wrap it on there in some way. I have soft tissue damage and rotator cuff injuries and all that kind of stuff in my right shoulder, so I know the feeling.
All right. So, to everybody who's now running to the door, and Chani, you are still in danger as you stepped out. It is the burst fire. There are currently 8 guards that just opened fire. So, everybody needs to make 8 separate.
Isn't it Dex?
I'll let you guys make 1 dexterity save at disadvantage.
Do I need to make one too? Or am
You
I
do
really
not.
far away?
You do not.
Okay.
I like how
Same number both guys.
Tawny and I were the first ones in, and we are the last ones to react.
We're having to
You guys
dodge
got
the most bullets.
blindsided by a wall of lasers.
I cannot be blindsided. I am alert.
Same
But
number
you
both
still
guys.
have the same disadvantage.
China got a 22.
What am I rolling for?
22. Okay, what's yours?
What am I rolling for?
Dexterity save.
You should be good at these.
Disadvantage.
13.
30, 20.
Oh,
19. I might be alert, but that's also... fuck. I'm getting shot.
how about Eva? Dexterity save a disadvantage, Eva.
13. Wait. Yeah, no, wait, 13.
13? Okay.
Oh no, I broke again. Fuck.
So, to count Joran and Chani, you guys managed to react with enough time to pull out of the way of most of the fire.
Of course
You guys
we
do
did.
still take some damage.
Fuck.
However, to Sorsha and Eva, them getting out of the way, and it was kind of hard for you to see at first, opened it up, and you guys take the full brunt of what just comes hailing in.
And how much is that?
You two take 29 damage as blaster fire just pours through the doorway.
29?
Yep. To Sorsha and Eva.
For Sorsha, what cantrips do you have since you got the Force Stone?
What's
You
I
take
have lightning
29.
charge, I have give life, and I have guidance.
Okay.
You can.
And
I was seeing if you had the deflect.
The thing
the
I
rest
told
of
you.
you take 14 as you get to half it. And Randall, you are not involved in this.
Okay.
I will say this: you have a calculator, love.
yes. But I'm tired, and I don't want to. I'm lazy.
And it was 29, correct?
Yes,
That's a lot of damage.
it is, but it's 8 people opening fire.
So just
Sorsha is very bloody.
With that, it brings
Poor
us
girl,
to
only
Randall.
50 some odd health.
Why am
Randall,
I so low in initiative?
you were taking a small nap with your scout with your tracker droid set to alert, and it just woke you up. And the combination of between the droid setting off an alarm and klaxons and then gunfire, you just woke up from your nap on the ship. You were given a tip that people you were looking for would be going for.
Okay. Well,
You don't know what's causing it. You just know it's outside.
It's outside. Well, I guess my first move would have to be to look outside. I don't want to fully go out and expose my position, but I do want to kind of peek through the doorway.
Looking out, you see a bunch of guards opening fire at like various points spread out behind like what's the research desks, and opening fire at the doorway that just flickered open, and you see a very hodgepodge of what looks like you could best describe as a gang. That roll, you know what? Just for the fun of it, roll a lore check.
Bang gang.
A gang and one office worker.
I
We
mean,
just got
lore
shot the
check,
fuck.
they're not wrong.
Yep.
Is that a history check on the sheet?
I don't know where Eric would have marked it for lore.
Yeah,
for
it'd
you.
be a history check.
It's an intelligence roll. Yes.
I don't think that
Yeah.
you have any
Oh.
of those things.
Well, I rolled a natural 20, so it's a 23.
All right, you've ran into these guys somewhat before. This is what you thought was a small-time vehicle jacking gang. Also known as the Bang Gang, as their jackets very flauntingly show.
Upgrades people.
And then one office worker, which really confuses
Who
you.
just got shot the fuck?
Your best guess is maybe they're an undercover agent for this gang.
Or a hostage.
Wait, hold on. That was a deck save,
You're
right?
not hostile.
Hold on, wait.
obviously. Yeah.
Sorsha has evasion.
Sorsha does have evasion.
Got
That
you
means
half
you
your
only
half your
took
health back.
14 damage instead of 29 damage. Because even if you fail, you only take half. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Not as bloody.
Yay.
So you can mark off, you can heal 15 points effectively.
Alrighty, I have a good feeling about this group, so how far away are these drones that are just... or droids
The
that are
guards,
just-
the
yeah.
guards are only like at most 40 or 50 feet away. They're easily within, I think, all of your ranges.
We'll
Let's get
give
Well, I
him
mean,
that.
mine
Shot.
400
now.
or no, 500 something. So yeah.
Sorsha's invincible.
I'm at all of
Protected.
Randall's ranges at the moment. They're down towards like the end of this big wing, but so is Randall.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my heavy slug pistol and I'm gonna try and pop a shot at one of the guards that are firing
Now-
at this gang.
You have advantage because even though they've made a firing shot and all that, they don't know you're there.
Don't forget about your hunter's mark and the ability to mark other
Your
things
hunter's
and
quarry.
all that other stuff. Well, maybe not quarry, because I don't know if that can swap.
True. I don't think that can swap.
But hunter's mark, though, it
Well,
lasts
hunter's
a
mark.
long time.
It's an hour.
Target lock.
Which do remind Joran, yours is still up in concentration.
Yeah.
You do need to make a. You
Bonus
need to make a
action
con
change.
save. You do need to
Oh,
make a
you're
con
right.
save.
You right.
Chances are you'll pass, but
I do.
I
Guess
rolled the
it's-
number on the die.
I would say it's a DC 10 or higher because you only took 14.
Yeah.
So, Hunter's
So-
mark,
Target lock.
target lock.
It's called yeah.
Oh, okay, bonus action.
Oh,
Alright,
he's that thing.
All right, so
Target
focusing
lock
in
on
on them, you see basically like a bullseye setup rings going across in your headset. I would assume with you
Absolutely.
Oh,
as you line up your shot with all this.
God damn it! Now all I'm
And-
picturing is him wearing a goddamn the fucking power meter thing from fucking Dragon Ball Z.
same.
Scouter.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah, Scouter. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean it could work if you want to wear a scouter here.
That's all I can picture.
If you wish to, I will not stop
You
you.
may want to describe your character as you take the shot.
You guys can't see it. You guys can only see a scaly arm.
No, but
Alright, and I also have extra attack to you, so I'm gonna try and.
You will get a second shot. Yeah.
Okay. And I rolled that with advantage, right?
no.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
because they
We're
don't
good
know
right
he's
now.
there.
The first shot
That would
and the second
be
shot.
a 20.
Both shots because it's just a bang bang.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
27 will definitely hit. Are you just aiming at the closest one?
Yeah. Nothing fancy, just the closest one. Because if they're close to me,
We'll remind you, are you using any of your features? Like you
I'm
have your
using
sharpshooter bonus. You can't use
I
it on
don't know.
this one because you've already rolled, but you can still declare it for your next one if you want to.
my sharpshooter bonus.
It'll make things harder to hit, but you'll deal more damage. I'd honestly kind of forego it at the moment.
Yeah,
You take a -3 for a +6 right now.
I'll skip that. I mean, I already have my target lock on it.
Okay, so you roll that plus a d6 for the first shot. Go ahead and roll your second shot to see if it hits.
That is a 20.
It hits.
Yeah, can't math right now, but is more than 20. All right, so both hits.
Each of them
Oh,
are
yeah.
going to benefit from the Hunter's Mark. The second one's going to get an extra D8 from Colossus Slayer.
That is true.
Okay, so the hunters.
The first one is
an
weapon
extra
plus
D6?
target. Yes.
All right, so 6, 5, and 8. Whatever that is. So
+8. So plus damage. Is that you have a +8 to damage?
no, I rolled an 8, +5 to
Okay.
damage, and then a +6 for the target lock. So
Full dice, full
17.
max damage.
Yeah, I
Add
rolled
that
two
up.
D8s and I got 8 on both of them.
Yeah,
So-
your target lock's a D6.
Yeah, but I
But the
rolled for
pistol's a
both hits.
D8.
Yes, I know.
All right, so
It'll
6
be-
plus 5, that's 11 plus 8, so that's
19.
19 damage.
All right, and that's the first one. What's the damage on the second?
The
Damn.
second one, so 8 plus 5, so that's 13 damage.
Plus a D6. Target lock goes on all your attacks against the same person that has the lock on it.
I only
Yep.
got a 1 on that one.
So
14.
that pushes that up to 20. No, 33.
I need a
All right.
calculator.
So as you step out, you guys watch as an arm kind of peeps, sneaks out a little bit with a barrel out of the window on a ship that you're targeting, Johnny, and then just 2 rapid shots, and one of the guards hits the deck. It catches him in the shoulder, spins him, and then basically hits him in the forehead and reels him back over a desk.
All right, I think that's all I can do.
Alrighty. That brings it to count.
And how close are they?
About 80 feet from you.
And how close the ship?
Ship is further back. It's probably about 120.
Hmm.
It's backing off towards the corner. It's kept it by where if it needs to, it can. Probably for
And-
testing purposes.
And what kind of cover and whatnot is there in here?
Multitude of research desks, setups for computers, terminals, things like that. Couple of spots where it's boards that are hanging up, but they're mostly the see-through, either see-through glass you ride on, or just a hologram display.
So no good cover.
I mean, the desks are fairly solid. They'd at least block line of sight.
Hmm. I know.
Bang,
How
bang.
close are those desks?
The first of them, probably only about 20 feet off.
Let's go over to those desks and kick one over, and I'll stow the lightsaber and pull out the bomb. And I'd like to make an intimidation check. And I have a bomb. I will kill everyone here without hesitation. Stow your weapons. Go back to work. Bang gang.
I will say with disadvantage because it's an obviously suicidal move.
They doubt the bang gang.
Or better yet, you roll it normal. I'll give them advantage on the save. however bad that save is.
That was a mistake.
It's a natural 20.
It was an 11, or it was a 20 and then an 11, but that makes it a 25.
Of the ones there, 2 of them run.
That was the natural 20.
Not 2 of them run. Not 2 of them run. 2 of them just kind of like start to back down and try to go back to it. But the other 5 left. One of them shouts out at them and tells them to stay on the ground, but they're visibly shaken.
I lay down behind the desk.
I will kill everyone here. Oh god, there's bullets.
Oh god, they didn't buy it. Well, 2 of them bought it, but they don't. Obviously, they're not the ones in command.
Don't worry, if it gets over to me this year, I have an idea.
With that, Joran, you're up. Count just tried to intimidate them with a bomb, and, well, you know what that bomb would have done.
He doesn't see it, but he's getting a really fucking stern look. But I'm going to use a bonus action to change the target lock from the dead person, or dead thing, I should say, to number 4.
And these are just guards. There's no droidicus over here?
No, you can hear Droidicus coming, but they're not here yet.
Does it sound like they're coming from the area that we're going toward?
No, it sounds like it's coming from behind you.
Okay.
Like, high speed, you felt like you guys heard a couple of them hit a door or go through a door. You are not sure, it was just loud, metallic, and clingy.
Okay, so they're gonna drop out of the vents on us. That's terrifying. Gotcha.
Like I said, I'm going to change target lock to number 4, move in,
Yep.
basically do the same thing Count did, kick a desk over, take cover behind it, after I do the 2 shots.
Alright, rolled hit. They are a bit harder to hit due to the, their partial cover from also being set up against desks.
Well, I ignore three-quarters cover.
That's true, it doesn't matter.
29 on the first hit, and 23 on the second hit. I'm assuming both of those hit?
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious to see what Max decides to do, because she has a couple ways she can play this.
Very
I'm
much
waiting
fun.
to see the panic.
Sasha kills everyone.
Oh, that's
I'm
a way.
waiting to see the panic.
James, what kind of damage are we looking at?
Since it's all on one person, I'm totaling it all up.
Okay, that's what I figured, but I was just asking to see if you got it. Eva, you're up next. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
14, 16, 20 total. Pretty low die rolls.
Alright, as you step forward and just 2 quick bursts, and you're kind of like trying to get the desk moving at the same time, so it's not quite as good as your normal shots, unfortunately, but they do arc and catch one of the guy in the shoulders twice. And he looks pretty bad, but he's still standing.
And I'm just gonna duck down, basically in a seating position to give myself at least 3/4, if not full cover.
You could duck down for full cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Now, you would know that you don't know how many bolts this kind of cover will take before it breaks.
Yeah,
but
of course. They'd have to focus fire for it be gone immediately.
I know what I'm
It's
gonna
fine.
do.
I think the guy with the bomb has the attention of focus fire.
Yeah.
Eva, you're up now.
Ow.
What would you like to do? They're all about 80 feet away from you.
Fit.
I will be right back. I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
You should be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't think you have any reaction to stop things from hurting you.
Do we have
He
hope
already-
here? Okay, that's you.
Go.
Yep, it's your turn.
No, I just couldn't hear her say anything. I didn't know if she got dropped or if I got dropped.
We'll move my full.
You're very quiet.
Moving your full speed forward, okay. So you move 30 feet forward, you make it past Count and Joran.
What was said to me?
Made it past.
Nothing of important. I just move that down. Okay, that should be good, yes?
You are currently 50 feet away from the closest.
Okay. But is my volume better?
Not particularly, but let's just go. We'll fix that on break.
Okay. Yeah, going to take out my pistol and shoot.
I believe you're at disadvantage at this range. It's 4160 unless you took the feat.
What feet?
There's a
Exactly.
sharpshooter mastery feat.
No, I don't think she has sharp. Oh, does she have sharp?
Then
I think
Hold on one second.
I think you guys said you took something else at her level 8.
not,
It's not there. I think it's gonna be down here.
not just like sharpshooter.
I'm bad.
Well, that's fighting time.
Yeah. I gotta adjust volume for Max again now.
I'm
You
sorry.
don't.
Oh, you're fine.
You don't.
Then what's that?
It's another sharpshooter thing. Don't worry about it. You're disadvantaged.
It's not the same thing. There's multiple sharpshooter effects in this, which is weird, but
I'm too tired for this.
which means your shots are at disadvantage and they still have the partial cover because of the desks.
I think it's from the drone.
So roll to hit. Roll twice, take the lower of the 2 for each attack.
I don't know what to do about this. One second. I rolled 220 in it. Um.
Important question. Who are you aiming at? There's the standard of all of them. There's one that's been injured, and there's one that looks obviously much better equipped than the rest.
Anyone I have a clear sight of?
All of them.
You don't have a true clear sight on any
The
of them.
answer
They're
is
all
pick one at
partially
random.
covered.
They're met.
Okay, I guess the one that's more equipped.
Okay.
That works.
Honestly, don't know how to feel about this, but I got 220s.
Okay. That means you hit and critical.
Okay.
Double D6 powers.
Hell yeah.
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
You double the dice damage. You roll your dice damage, you double them, and then you add your modifiers.
If I can reach my dice. Okay.
We're the repo people. We've come to claim your assets.
That I heard something else.
No, you probably heard them right.
The Bang Gang has come to claim assets.
As
And
we do best.
Stop it.
As we do best.
Hold on. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to pull out my phone.
Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't used action surge.
Nope.
13.
13 damage. All right. And you got your second shot at disadvantage as well.
Ay.
Natural one.
No. But it made up for the first one. I got a 4.
On the dice, plus what?
14. That makes a total of 14.
Okay. As you fire the first one, it catches him in the shoulder, and it like grunts and slides back a step before he like levels against the desk again with his rifle still at the ready, and you just hit the desk next to him, and just it pings off.
Mm-hmm.
And that is your turn. Unless you wish to, do you have anything you wish to do with your bonus action? That is left.
There's anything she can do with a bonus
I
action.
can.
She can heal herself.
Yeah, I can bonus heal myself, right?
You have potions, or well, you have med packs or second wind. Yes.
What the? I'm sorry, I forgot what second wind means.
Second wind lets you roll a d10 plus your fighter level and recover it as health. So a d10 plus 8 as health.
Okay.
But you can only use it once per short rest.
Okay, so that can wait.
But it's renewable like the med kits.
I'm gonna use my med kit.
Okay. 2d4 plus 2.
1d6.
Or. I have to get a second.
As a game question, is the guy that was more fully equipped looking, is he dead now or?
No, he's
Oh, no.
fine.
Okay.
She did 13 damage. He's fine.
I just heard he's slumped over the desk. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
oh,
mean, he
dead?
took a step back and then like went back onto the desk, like he was
okay.
leveling his
Okay.
rifle again.
Okay.
He was
For what?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
He was just a really heavily armed standard civilian. He only had 6 health. She shot him.
Okay, so I got 8.
Alright, so you heal 8 points.
You need a bath. You need a bath.
Ah,
Anything else, or is that your turn?
that is my turn.
Alright, so
Ow.
2 of the guards are gonna fire at Count at his desk where he's at. Count, your desk is now partially destroyed.
Okay.
Because, yeah, they didn't miss a desk.
Oh
Sorry.
no, it might break into his like 20-something AC.
Yeah. However, the other... How many? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I
mean,
laying
2 there.
down.
2 are going to fire at Joran, where you're leaned up against your desk. Joran, you watch as 2 bolts just on either side of you.
They missed the
And
desk.
then... No, they hit the desk. They just punched through the desk on either side of him.
Oh, okay.
But they still missed.
Mandalorian in combat, not phased.
Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting you to be. I was just letting you know. However, Eva, you ran straight up down the middle,
Oh,
as you didn't mention any taking any cover. So the heavily armored guy and the other 2 that are left. Wait, 2.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
the
4,
other
5,
2 that are
6.
left are going to take shots at you.
7.
Fuck. Okay. So one of the side guards hits you with a critical, and the other one hits you with a 10, which I don't think meets your AC.
No.
So from that, you take 13 damage. As you step out of the way of one bolt, however, you step right into the other, and it's just like a heavy like gut shot as it tears into your armor a little bit. And now the commander fires twice. Let me check his shenanigans.
shenanigans.
Oh yeah, he has fuck you shenanigans.
Just don't shoot the researcher obviously fleeing from the terrifying bang gang.
Okay,
Oh no, he's firing at Eva.
You
is
bang.
it fuck you shenanigans or fuck off shenanigans?
Fuck you.
They could be
Did
both.
I ask you? No.
Well, that's what he said, Rose.
Did I ask you though?
Okay, so that's what he fires. D20, D20.
And he pulls out
Uh,
a bazooka.
Oh no.
That is a 22 and a 23 to hit.
Both will hit.
Alrighty, let me roll damage for that. That's going to be another 11 damage on the first shot, and 8 damage on the second shot. As you're still reeling from this gut shot, and he just buries 2 more blaster bolts in your gut, in your stomach.
Sorry. What was that? My brain.
He hit
did
you
not
twice.
register- Yeah, my brain.
He hit
did
you for
not
11 and 8 damage.
Okay.
So he hit you for 19 total damage there.
On
What was the
top
first shot?
of the other damage.
The other
13.
13. So you're at 32 damage taken on this round.
God dang. That if it was Sorcerer, she'd be dead.
Okay, at least their criticals aren't that bad.
Their guards.
On the little fry.
19.
Yeah.
I'm at
The little guy rolls a d6.
Oh, I thought you said the big guy was the one that got the crit.
Oh no, little
No.
guy got the crit.
No.
And as his bonus action, you watch as the big guy starts to prep something on his blaster.
I'm at 19 health. I want to disengage.
And at this point,
It's covered.
before Sorsha's turn just now, Sorsha and Chani, as you are both still at the door, you guys hear another crash that is much closer than the last one. And what sounds like heavy metal rolling quickly.
Is it my turn now?
It is now your turn.
Sorsha's gonna do what she does best, and she's going to fucking lie. And she's already dressed as the businessman. She's gonna like get on the ground, and she's gonna start crawling towards him. She's like, "Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I'm a hostage! Don't shoot!"
Make a deception or performance check. You are allowed to choose which one.
I also wish I could give her advantage by shooting the floor around it.
That's not. There's
I
enough
got
gunfire.
29.
Oh yeah, no, they're. You can't really see their faces, but you feel like you nailed it.
So I'm just
Randall
gonna
shoots
crawl
down.
towards them, and I want to crawl behind the biggest guard.
No,
and I
we're-
just
we're
want to
still
hide
far away.
behind him.
We're still very
The
far
guards
away.
are still 80 feet
Yeah.
from you.
And by
Oh.
crawling, you can only move half distance, so you can make it 15.
I wish to move 15.
You
Actually,
can still bonus action dash.
you can dash crawl.
And
I will
action dash.
dash crawl.
No, action was to perform.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For this.
Perform. Yeah.
So you can get 30 feet closer to them and hiding behind a desk if you wish.
That puts her at.
I wish to
How
get
far?
closer to them and hide behind a desk.
So you're about 50 feet away from them right now, currently on the ground, and you're fairly certain they believed what you did.
Awesome. Awesome.
Actually, no, you have a 20 perception. You do hear a muttering about getting the scientists out of the firing range.
Hell yeah.
Because you have a 20% passive.
Don't worry, guys. I have a long-term goal.
Chani, you're up.
Alright. Invisible.
Banding enough.
30 feet.
You are invisible.
Praying that I
and
don't
you're
get
80
shot.
feet from them.
But in my 30 feet, do I have somewhere I can. Because I was right next to the opening blast door.
Yeah.
Do I have anywhere I can duck behind?
You could either duck behind that, or you could try to get to one of the desks like Jordan and Count. Although they're at the 2 closest.
Preferably at the end of my
That are
30
about
feet,
20.
so I can move a max distance.
At the end of your 30 feet, you wouldn't quite make it to one, but
Okay,
you could
so.
probably get partially. You could probably get partially from other placements. But
Okay,
not
so let's take a few steps back then. What's the farthest I can go?
Count for Jordan. Count and Jordan are about equal, about 20 feet forward.
Okay. Well, Count's cover's gone, so I'm going to.
No, it's still there. It's just broke
well,
somewhat.
okay, then fine. I'll drop by and say hi. On the way, though, I'm going to designate the point in space where all those individuals are.
They're a little spread out, like in a line.
Well,
Probably get
how
3 at a
about
time,
how
depending
many
on
are in a 40-foot sphere?
In a 40 foot, you could probably get
Oh.
commander and 3 around him.
Just the 3?
Or
They're
you
all
could
really
go to the
spread out.
side.
Okay.
Oh, the commander and the 3 around him.
Okay.
She's
So you can
got
get 4 of them in a hit.
So,
They have some tactics.
well, they were warned about the bomb. So, destination locked. Hide behind the desk. Set off my explosive. The explosion, which is a fireball.
Do remind, Chani, you are in a space station.
I'm aware. We have spacesuits.
Roll damage.
It's
What
fine,
do I do to make a save?
It's a deck save.
So 4 deck saves. Yeah, but that's still an explosion.
We warned them.
Commander got a 17 on the die, and I think that passes that.
My save is a 16 at the moment, so it's for half. Is it a 16? That sounds low.
One of the guys fails, one of the guys passes, and one of the guys fails. 2 fails and 2 passes.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
That is not a good sound from you.
so that was 40 before halving on every poor individual within the blast zone.
So 2 of them are dead. Actually, the 3 smaller mooks are all blown away or incinerated in some various way as all of you watch as an explosion rips through the opening area of the cavern. The commander is hurt, but he is still alive.
Okay, now bonus action. I'm just gonna try to hide as best I can. Maybe they didn't notice me because I did get here invisible.
As you designate and set it off, that still technically cancels it. So they saw you as you ducked behind the desk.
Yeah.
But you can make an action to hide if you wish. A bonus action to hide if you wish.
Sure. That's 20 something, 25.
Yep.
Sorsha's long game's useless.
It's going well. It's just we're getting shot a lot.
I will say, after you rolled that, you start to hear a new type of alarm go off, and there's this high-pitched whistling starting.
Bang gang.
I bet those 2 guards that ran away feel pretty good about listening to the bomb threat.
They didn't run away. They couldn't run away. The commander pulled them back.
Oh.
They-
Well, I bet
They've
he
been
was
rolling
an
with-
asshole.
No, you're doing the job, so this was part of the job. Oddly enough, the 2 that tried to run away are still alive. Looking at who I marked as it, those 2 are still alive. Randall,
Action,
brings it back
bonus
to
action.
you. You've just watched a fuck ton of things go wrong. You know what that whistling sound is.
I know what that whistling noise is.
That's a hull breach.
Oh.
It's not a bad one, apparently, because we're all still here. You guys are all still there and breathing. But it's the start.
Okay, so this needs to go quickly.
We have spacesuits.
That.
You
that
had
can
a
mean-
suit. Everybody else ditched theirs.
Yeah, they didn't.
I didn't.
You had to for your costumes.
I didn't.
I'm just gonna close the door and be like, yes,
You didn't go to immediate mask. You guys all said you wanted to go to your costumes.
I thought
You had to
I
ditch
have
the
a force mask.
But you
I thought we
didn't.
could
You,
put them
it's a. You can't fit it over the disguise for the bang gangs, guys.
Ah.
For the disguise to work, you had to take off the bulky exosuit.
Even for my force,
Well, you were in force mask at first. You were in the bang gang outfit at first.
was I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you made physical
We all
disguises
were.
for everyone. You didn't go force mask until after you had already busted it and made it
No,
into
I
the
also
mystery.
went force mask to make myself look human.
Very well then.
Not
All right.
until the one guy came
Then
up,
we need to
so-
hurry.
Okay, so 2 people are okay.
Very well then.
I'm on the ship. I'll just close the door.
What are you gonna do on your turn, Avery?
You're good.
The commander's damaged, correct?
He's damaged.
Alright, I'm gonna move my target lock to him. And I'm gonna
You do not have advantage anymore.
no advantage. That's okay. Does it cost an action to swap out my gun from
No,
my
you get
pistol
a-
to blaster?
You can swap a weapon for free.
Alright.
At least once in a round.
Free action. I'm gonna switch to my heavy blaster. Which
Gotcha.
Everything's the same, almost. and I'm gonna try and hit the commander.
Roll to hit.
So on my first one,
He's
that's gonna
easier to
be
hit for you.
do it.
You have easier to hit than the rest of them.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a 27,
That'll hit.
and then you want me to roll my second one or just do damage?
Roll your second one.
19.
That one will miss.
Colossus Slayer is in effect.
Yes. So the first one hits, the second one misses.
Alright, so the first one, let's roll this damage. So that's not a great start. So hit die plus that plus Colossal Slayer. That's better. And I think. Oh, and I also do the extra d6.
You do a d6 from Hunter's, the target lock, a d8 from Colossus, and your weapon damage.
Yep, so it's going to be a total of 18 damage.
Alright, as you get the blast your rifle leveled, fire, but when you fired, you adjust it a bit more, and the second shot, as you pull it, just scorches across the desk right next to him. And he is definitely aware of where you are now.
Oh boy. gotta knock that guy out.
So is everyone else in the room.
I would assume they would know where I'm at from my first shot. I don't think I can really do anything. Just out of curiosity, so my tracker droid, like, does everyone know that it's just a tracker droid, or could they be fooled that it's something else?
It's fairly good. People have fairly good concept of what a standard tracker droid would look like. So you possibly could, but it'd be fairly hard. And in the middle of combat, they'd probably shoot first, ask later.
Like shoot at the tracker droid, then ask what it was?
If it presented itself as a threat, yeah.
So I imagine there's lights on this thing. I'm gonna have it fly out the door and kind of go up a little bit to kind of give the illusion that it was the thing that was shooting at him, and kind of have some of its lights flash at him and make it seem like
You've used your tracker droid can't really do a lot on its own.
I mean, it can. Is it a bonus action to move it?
It can move on its own, but it has limited actions it can take.
I mean, it's not.
It's like the familiar. It's like the familiar from normal D&D. It has very limited it can take on its own.
Well, yeah, like it's not really doing anything. All it's doing is flying up a little bit and just.
I mean, yeah, it can fly out and up some, but it's
Here, hold this gun.
it's a small little tracker droid.
It's one of those things where if you want it to do anything noteworthy, you're pretty much using your action for it.
I just wanted to flash some lights, but okay.
I mean, it's flying and flashing some lights, but you don't know if it's doing anything.
I mean, that's all I needed. So, and that's the end of my turn.
Count, you're up.
How far away are they?
Still 50 feet from you because you only 60 because you only moved 20 forward.
Bonus action force jump. 30 feet.
So Count like moves and lobs himself with the force, which Sorsha, you notice you felt that,
You mark off those points.
and he launches himself 30 feet forwards, up over the table and forward.
And landing on my feet. Can I land on my feet there from where I was? Just
Yeah.
in the middle?
Yeah.
Superhero landing.
Bad for the knees.
Run.
But style points.
Alright. Speaking of style points, harpoon gun, ignite the bayonet, and just run forward into the guy.
All right, so you run forward into which one?
Big guy.
Commander?
Commander.
Running forward, stepping onto the desk. Like, not even stepping, like power sliding over the desk, so you're right next to him. Are you stabbing him?
Yes.
So sliding over, going in to like stab him at the shoulders, he just turns to you with an obvious, as you're this close, oh, what the fuck?
Oh no, I'm just plowing into him with the bayonet.
Oh, I did it to the side, so you don't just like slam and fuck up people. fuck up
Okay.
yourself. But if you want to just slam head on into him, you can still see as you slide into him, though. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's getting bayoneted. He's getting impaled.
Bang gang.
As I'm just shouting "bang gang" while running at him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm laughing because it's a 20.
Roll damage!
Wait, a question. How fucked up does this guy look?
Tenderized.
He's bloodied.
Let's end him, Smite.
Cool. So, side note, as you're driving this in, something else happens. You're realizing you lost track of that third person, because there technically should be the commander and 3 lackeys left. You lost sight of that third person. He's leveling an awfully nasty looking gun at you.
Neat.
But, roll yours.
Alright.
Count's new meat shield might eat some of it.
Nope. Not if it goes how I'm expecting this to go.
Let's see, I need 1, 2. I need more. I really need to get more dice. 5, 7, 6, 12, 15, 20, 23. So, let's see. 20, so 23 goes to 46, and then plus 13. So,
So
59.
as you run through, slam straight into this guy, bayonet him in the chest with a what the fuck in surprise, and you just ride him into the ground, basically. And he's down on the ground dead, but at that point, this man's gun, his ready to action goes off. And he gets to roll that with advantage. No, it's not because he's hidden.
Okay,
That's a fuck off critical.
of course.
What's his bonus?
I made a character with fuck all AC, but it really doesn't matter when you do this much.
I'm rolling because I'm setting guys are playing smart. Some of them play smart, some of them miss all the time.
I meant the criticals.
That's what I said. Some of them play smart and get good stuff, but some of them don't.
That's luck. That's not good stuff.
Well, I mean, he sets himself up to have advantage. You take 30 damage
Ah,
as it just burrows into your shoulder some.
and bloody.
Okay, that's his whole thing. He's now out in the open. You all saw gunfire go off. You have your second attack.
I don't believe anyone's in range though.
I mean, you have a harpoon gun.
I meant with melee.
Oh. Probably not, because they all spread out some.
I'm gonna look at the 2 that I told.
Especially because the closest 3 all died due to an explosion, and you can start to see it's a bit harder to breathe, a lot harder to breathe now that you're this close to it.
I'm gonna look at the 2 that I made the bomb threat to. You can still run, and then harpoon the guy that shot me.
Roll to hit. No cover because he's plain view now from where you landed.
Let's see, that is. That
Let
is
me see what their
13. What is my modifier on the harpoon gun?
It hits.
Okay.
I know your dex modifier load. You're gonna hit. I know what your modifier is roughly.
And that is 10 damage.
Okay. As you fire a harpoon, and he moves mostly out of the way, but it graces across the forearm and tears through his suit some, and leaves a decent gash.
Why do they always shoot me in the same shoulder?
Because it's obviously wounded.
It's got a big band-aid on it.
Plus, karma's a bitch sometimes.
And that's all I got.
Also, you complained about all of them hitting you. Do remember, you tend to make yourself the biggest problem on the field.
I meant with the criticals.
That's because so many people roll attacks against you.
It's fucking Ivan all over again, taking over 50 attacks.
you make loud and presentable characters. They get shot. Anyways, Joran, you're up. Eva, you're on deck. Think about what you want to do.
Is number 4 the guy that had my hunter's mark dead?
Yes,
Cool.
he died
Bonus
in the
action.
explosion.
Bonus action. It's on the big guy.
He's also
You
dead.
can't see the big guy. He's ducked. Count can see him because Count ran into the midst of them all. You can see 2 other people who look fairly shaken.
I thought the big guy was dead.
Oh, I thought he meant the one who just shot Count. The big guy's dead.
Gunman.
The big commander's dead.
yeah.
The guy who shot Count for heavy, you can't see. You just saw the gunfire.
I was talking about the commander dude.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay, then.
Count just rode him to the ground.
Ignoring hunter's mark. It'll be saved for later. Bonus action combustive shot instead.
What?
And
That's an action.
oh yeah, you're right. That's right. Never mind.
I spend extra force points to bonus action a lot of my stuff.
No, that's not what I'm worried about. I just forget that those things aren't that thing. It's been a while. Okay, leave me alone.
Nope, just reminded. No judge.
I judge a little.
How dare you?
I got to use my fireball. Now I'm a wizard, officially.
I'm just gonna shoot the dude twice. Fuck the special shit.
7 or 8.
7. So it'll be a 16 to hit,
That hits.
as I rolled a 5, and the other one
Still bet.
will hit because it's higher than a 16.
Still set the sun? Question.
Sure. I never said I changed it.
I mean, that could be a free action.
Never said I changed it. He's not worrying about it right now.
Okay. Only one person actively changed it to stun.
Listen,
Only
you
'cause it
come
was
up with a
requested of him.
non-lethal fireball. Talk to me.
Oh no, that I understand. You can't non-lethal that.
Call drop me. Didn't hear anything. What?
I said only one person set the stun as he rolls damage.
The big guy. Other people
So
had
she
their
did
too,
nothing.
24 total damage.
All
Here
right,
you go, you're on deck.
2 quick shots. You just and it tears through his tears through as he's standing up through the desk, and what you bet is his leg, and then the other one tears to the side of his neck, and he just goes down.
Bang, gang.
And I'm gonna, not worrying about how many are left, I'm just gonna move my 30 feet forward.
All
Getting out
right,
of
you
the
are now you were 60. You're now 30 feet from them, roughly. Eva, you are up.
Excuse me. I'm just gonna stay where I am, but I am gonna just shoot again.
You're still at disadvantage range.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're also out in the open.
There's also only one left.
Well, there's 2 left, but only one's visible right now. You guys know the other's there because
The droidicas are coming.
Keep rolling.
I will move far enough to where I'm not in disadvantage.
You only have to move about 10 feet forward for that.
And I will just shoot.
All right. Roll to
Where
hit.
am I- I almost lost the dice at first. 27.
Oh yeah. Come on, a 16 hit.
Fucking. Why did you throw my headphones at me?
Because they were tangled up in the dog.
Sorsha, the next player character turn up is yours.
Really?
Yeah.
So I have a question about my force mask.
Yeah.
Can I attack with my force mask on, or if
Yep.
I attack,
Yeah.
does it go away?
It doesn't. It stays.
Cool.
But then
cool.
they see through it.
No,
Or
they don't.
can't.
Nope.
No, they have to interact
Well,
with her like
I
physically.
was saying they see through the lie you told them.
Oh.
There's not very many left.
Yeah, but fuck that.
Yeah.
There's 2 left. Shawnee removed a lot of people from the equation.
We need to
We're
survive.
experimenting in the process.
I know one shot.
Are you enjoying licking my hand? Is that something you're enjoying doing?
Damn, Hope. This isn't the time.
I'm too tired for that shit.
She never said she was not into hand licking.
That's why I said, is this really the time?
I have the energy of a dead turtle. I
But have you
wouldn't.
rolled your dice and everything?
Yes.
That's what we're waiting on. What is it?
14.
Okay. Second shot.
Fuck, I forgot my action surge again. Son of a
15.
bitch.
15 to hit.
Yes.
That one scorches. You fire the first one, and it catches it like it runs along the gun and up his arm, and he stumbles. And when he stumbles, it pushes him out of the way of the second bolt as it just flies past.
Ava, however, has her action surge still.
I only use it if I necessarily need it.
She
Okay.
treats it as,
Anything
as
else?
a required resource.
I mean, fair. I would too.
I did. I waited until somebody got like a hold person off.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, if we don't need it, why use it?
No.
Are
Anything
you
else
done,
for your turn?
No, I do not. Do.
That's
Where-
movement, and that's part of your movement. You have 20 feet of movement and a bonus action left.
No, I'm good.
I don't actually think. she
That
has-
brings it to the guards. The second one's going to turn and fire at Count as he's right there and just took out the commander.
Oh, come on, I just told that guy to run.
That doesn't hit you at all. That's a 6 on the die. That can't even come close. And the other sniper guy, bonus action, readies that and fires. That is an 18 plus. Oh shit, he makes a lot of ranged attacks.
Do you have stuff on your ear?
Where's the plus to hit? Plus 7 for a 25.
Let's use my reaction and put up my barrier. Can I,
Alright.
for flavor text, the first guy that took the shot, can I just like Kylo Ren style catch the bullet or catch the blaster and then just look at him? Like, come on, I just told you to run.
I mean, you can, but he's still pointing it at you.
Just flavor.
Alright. Next attack. That's even lower. And that's even lower. So as he fires 3 shots off at you, and all of them deflect off of the the field you've set up. And it's like, just that look of, this is annoying. And he shall...
Flavor-wise, can I just be like similar to the monk, kind of just like pushing the bullets or pushing the blaster shots away?
Yeah, you're not touching them like he was, but you're moving the hand, getting close, and it pushes them out of the way.
Yeah. More like a wushu style, just move things out of the way.
Just light flicks of the hand.
Do not speak of monks in my
Except-
presence.
Except the ones that
He is going to stand up and haul ass back some and dive behind one of the desks. And you guys hear again, Sorsha, because you're not too far from the door and you have high perception. And Shawnee, you hear another clang as something gets closer. It's not very far off now.
Is it my turn?
It,
What? Am I gone or are you gone?
Matt's
He's
gone.
gone.
You're gone.
I paid money to fix this shit.
You increased the bitrate. It did not make the connection more stable.
We suck.
Hey,
But our voices
Hey,
sound a
Matt.
little better.
Max, do you guys have lightning over there, like over here?
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah, it's Source's turn.
So how many people are left?
2.
2? How far away am I from them?
You are about 50 feet from the normal guy standing, and the other guy just hauled ass backwards, so he's a good 80 feet away again.
Sadly, you're also prone.
Do any of the guards that are dead, do any of them have like a card that could possibly
You can't
get
tell
the...
from here. They're still 50 feet away from you.
You please answer my question so I know where to go.
Use your eagle eyes.
I did
Use
say
my eagle eyes.
they're dead and hitting the ground for the most part, or they're laying on where their stuff would be.
You didn't even let me finish my question.
Well, you're asking if they have like a key card or something. I was going to say,
It's not a key card.
what are you thinking they have?
I'm just wanting to know if they have anything that's going to stop the robot, like
You
a badge or something.
From here, you can't see anything like that because they're all on it. Yeah, but they're laying on where badges would be held, or they're behind desks, and you're laying on the ground.
You're gonna need to get over there first.
Could I just...
That's
could I
something you'd have to search
crawl?
for.
How far away am I from one of the dead guys?
About 50 feet.
Why am I so far away?
Because you laid down on the ground and crawled and didn't go very far.
It didn't get you shot though.
How? I didn't get shot though. I'm going to... And I bonus action dash?
You might want
You
to
can stand up and start that way with a bonus action dash. Standing up will cost half your first movement, so you have 15 left of that, and bonus action will put you 45 feet close, so you'll be closer. You could probably start a search on one of them there.
No, I thought I had something that allowed me to stand up without that happening.
I don't know, do you?
Don't.
You have to keep track of your abilities. I can't keep track of them all.
I'm looking. I have so many papers.
You might have a feat.
I believe all your feet's on the back of your sheet, character sheet.
I don't know your feats
No,
very
I
well though.
changed it. Give me just a second. I'm looking. Because
And
I'm
It would still be on the back of
bad.
your sheet unless you erased it all.
I'm looking.
does she have athletic? I think that might be it.
I have athlete feet. Stand up for 5 feet of movement.
Okay, so it only costs 5 feet of movement, so you can move the 50. You'd still be on them. The 45 got you there too, but you can check. You have your action, and you're at one of them. Which one did you want to be at?
I want to be. What is the big, like the head guy? Am I close enough to him?
Yeah.
I want to go to him because I feel like he'd probably have something that would stop the
All
robot.
right. It's an action to search through stuff, make an investigation.
Okay.
She can do it for a bonus action, but that doesn't matter right
Yeah,
now.
but she bonus action dashed.
An investigation?
Yeah.
I got a 17.
Searching through, you find a key card, like what would basically get you through doors, but you don't find anything that would control robots. Thinking on it, it's probably something that has like a central security office.
Does he have like a... He doesn't have like an ID card or anything?
Well, that's what I said. He has like an access card.
Anything particularly cool?
I mean, his gun looks kind of fancy.
But nothing that would stop the robot. Like, how does the robot know that we're intruders?
So, tech is not your best thing, but the best you know is there's generally a security office where these things get orders from, like at the corporation that Shawnee messed with. And you guys are waylaid over security systems as hostile.
There's a mean man with an Xbox controller
are now.
sitting in an office.
No, I didn't attack anyone.
Cameras.
I
These
still
guys,
haven't attacked
these guys,
anyone.
no, these guys didn't see you. You were visibly caught on cameras changing.
No, I wasn't. I was in the break room.
There were cameras in the break room.
There's cameras in the break.
Yeah,
There's cameras
nobody
in the-
stopped to look for
That's-
anything.
It's very invasive.
They don't give a shit.
No, it's yeah, it's a big ass corporation with a space station. Plus, you're now visibly looting a commander's body.
That could be a hostage panicking.
Nah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. She's
When's
just
the last
trying to hold.
time in the Star
All the
Wars
Wars universe that someone got bayoneted.
I don't know. It's probably been a while.
I'm going to take his key card,
Okay.
and I can't hide, can I? I don't have enough movement to hide.
You don't have any actions left to hide. You'd use your bonus action to dash and action to search.
Pick up
Can I
body, lay
pick up the
underneath body.
body and just like hide underneath it?
Yeah, you could use it to try and shield yourself slightly.
I'm gonna use his body as a shield. He's a meat shield.
I'm just gonna look down at her like,
Yeah, you're at Count's
Yeah.
feet.
Meat shield.
State's
Yeah, no.
very cold.
She's
That's
gonna
a-
look up at Count and she's gonna be like, "Bang gang."
take his gun.
Johnny, you're up.
Take his shit when we leave.
Action infiltrate, movement bonus action dash. Get me toward that ship.
Technically, you're still hidden then with that setup.
Yep,
Where are you going to?
heading toward the ship.
Ship,
Hey,
you moved the 20 forward. So you're about 10 feet from the ship via a couple of somersaults and like hurtling desk.
You want me to make an acrobatics check to see if I manage it well or if I fuck up?
I mean, if you feel like you want to,
I feel like I should.
make a check
I
then.
mean,
It's
hey, if
just
she
gonna
makes
be
it over
beautiful.
there, you can see that other guy too.
7.
7. Okay, so Johnny, you're not exactly stealth anymore. As you go to jump
She's
over
panicked.
one, you go for like a hurdle onto a slide to be like, yeah, this will be cool, and then both your feet catch you. Just gonna like flop and roll over the desk and hit the ground. And you hit the ground, and you're just staring dead at this guy who can't see, like his eyes are scanning, but he knows something just hit there. And he has a very nice gun before you get up and just take off again. Go, no. But you feel like he might have an idea of where you are now.
And invisible though, and difficult.
Oh yeah,
Very
Randall, you're
beautiful.
back up. You just saw something trip over a desk that wasn't there.
Technically, you heard it. It might be ghosts.
You probably heard it too. There was probably like a soft like mutter of curse or something.
Definitely a haunted space station. All right, so for guards, how many's left? Just one,
2.
two. Okay.
One of them's really hard for you to see, and the other one is very easy for you to see.
Let's see here. I think I'll go with the easy to see one.
Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and move my target lock to that guy,
Bonus action shift, gotcha.
and yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit him with my blast.
Roll to hit.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. That is a 22 or 23.
That hits. That hits.
And I gotta reroll that one. Hold on. That is a 25. For as many sides as there is on a D20.
So you level your blaster rifle again, pull the trigger, fire, and like great melon shot.
Alrighty. So let's do some damage.
And what's left of him hits the ground.
He's dead.
You have enough dice.
matter what.
He's fucked.
He was already hurt by Jordan, I think.
He was hurt by everyone.
He could be
Just
okay.
Jordan.
Okay.
Just Jordan on that one.
But yeah, no, you have enough modifiers and enough die rolls that he's dead.
Did 5 damage. Killed him.
Technically, your
Alright.
minimum is 10 if you hit both times.
Yeah, it took-
12.
He chose to hit him both times. I'm like, nope, he's dead. So anything else?
I mean, bonus action. Yeah, my little droid flying around. I think I'm good.
All right,
Yeah, stay on the ship.
Count, you're up.
I'll look over at the guy behind the desk who fucking shot me and I harpooned.
You don't see him
and-
right now.
Oh, he's
Remember, he
fully-
booked 30. He booked away, and he's behind stuff.
Okay.
But you know where he ran towards.
Just
Or
since
the
I'm on
ship.
deck, how far away is he from me? Just real quick.
You stood up. You moved your movement forward. That would have been there. He's about 60 feet, but he's completely uncovered.
Okay.
I'll board the ship. Point up at the little droid. Look
Ship
over at
would be 40 feet away, so you'd have to dash to get there.
Yep.
All right. Running up to the ship. Running up to. There's a problem. You don't know how to open this ship. It has a. How do you open the ship?
I thought he was. Wait, I thought he was.
He's in the
at
ship.
door.
No, he's in the ship, firing out a window basically that he popped open.
I don't know you.
He
Oh,
basically
I
has
see.
cracked something. He's cracked something and firing. He hasn't opened the main door.
Oh, I thought he was at the bottom. The entire time, I thought he was at the main door, just like crack
No,
shot.
he's basically popped open a crack and something and has been firing. That's why I said you can only see his arm on occasion.
Yeah, I thought he was like just tucked behind the door or something.
Mm-mm.
No, there's no one in here. It's just a little droid flying around. He's doing the
He didn't ask me to open the door. He didn't open the door.
Open the ship, please. Bonus action heal.
Okay. Joran, you're up. Eva, you're on deck. Think about what you want to do.
Is there a way I can move my 30 to get him in decently clear line of sight?
Not in that area with the desks.
Okay. Then 30 feet up, and I'll just take 2 disadvantage shots at his little desk area.
You can shoot at the desk. You don't know if it'll hit him though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Light it on fire. Fuck him.
Pull out a grenade.
Don't have those, actually.
Yeah, there's already a whole breach that's slowly worsening. Joran, as you move forward, you too notice it's getting a lot harder to breathe.
I actually do have the
Respirator.
yeah. It's built into my suit, my helmet.
Yeah, but you still have exposed skin that's happening, so it might not be harder to breathe, but you definitely know something's wrong.
It's colder.
Yeah,
really cold.
that's what I'm saying. You know something's wrong. I should say that, Sorsha. You definitely know something's wrong. You're having a hard time breathing, and it's getting colder. No, you have the suit under yours. Never mind. Sorsha, you're fine.
I'm
The
fine.
tasty void of space.
So will the natural 20 allow me to hit this fuck?
Let me flip a coin. Because he's technically in total cover,
no,
so...
that's fair. That's fair. I just got a natural 20 on a dude who can't be seen right now.
Even or odds. Actually, even or odd.
Odds, because I'm a fucking masochist.
Shit. Nope. I rolled a 16 on the D20.
That's fine. So natural 20 hitting a fucking desk.
I'll
desk
say this:
is dead.
you hit it, you see a bullet hole punch, and you just see it fly through, and then a head look over like, "What the fuck?" and then back over.
He revealed himself. Fire!
Oh.
Oh, those were on disadvantage, by the way, because you're shooting at the
Oh, no,
desk.
I know. That was the first one was a 16. The second one was a 20.
Okay, so most of the cover, like
16
half of his cover is gone. You can see like his shoulder sticking out a bit from where he peeked around to look at you and be like, "Oh fuck."
Oh, cool! Action surge. I'm done with this.
Oh no.
Fire. He looks mostly healthy. He's been shot exactly once.
So a 15 on the die and an 18 on the die plus 11 on both. I'm pretty sure this will hit.
Yes, because you ignore cover. Actually, even with cover under those circumstances, yes.
So it's 2d8 plus 2d4 plus. I did math wrong a minute ago. That's plus 12. Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, he
you still hit.
wouldn't have died. Yeah. So 8 and 7 is 15, and then 12, 27.
Two quick bursts. The side arm of his arm sticking out, just it burns there, and one burns through his actual side that's partially visible. And you guys hear a groan of pain, like sharp yelp of pain behind the desk. I believe that's everything you can do, unless you want a bonus action something.
Yeah, I'm good right now. I keep forgetting to do my shit, so it doesn't matter.
Eva, you're up. He is. You move that, so you're 40 feet in that. He moved there. He's 70 feet away and mostly out of sight of you.
Someone needs a grenade launcher.
I think we've established a grenade launcher is not a good idea right now.
No, it's a perfect idea.
La bomba.
Oh yeah, you forgot. You reminded me. I need to roll something else to see how that works.
Yeah, because it's not a magical fire.
Side note: the noise is getting louder, and the pull's getting harder.
I'm feeling fine. I got sticky meat.
Yep. But everybody but Randall, Sorsha, and Sean here about to have a bad day if something doesn't happen soon.
So we're just gonna have to learn to walk like Tylee.
You know, I can talk that fast in a lot of space station situations.
That's why you guys are still alive, but it's worsening.
Well, I mean, realistically, it actually takes a really long time, but that's beside the point.
You're also not checking how big of a hole it was. We're playing Star Wars, and somebody let off a massive explosion in the area.
You know,
I wonder who that was.
Too many guns.
Well,
Gotta protect the party.
Could have been anybody.
If it were that big of an issue, I think we'd visibly see it.
Yeah, that's
If
why I'm
we were
saying it's
looking
getting
for it.
worse. But you have other things you're concerned with, so I wasn't bothering with saying you see stuff go towards it.
It's okay, guys.
Now,
I
Eva,
see it.
what are you doing, Eva?
Can I find cover ish? Yeah. Where
Okay, you can use your movement to get some cover. You'd still be about 60 feet away and having a very hard time seeing the guy.
I wanna take a ready stance at the moment.
Do you want to ready an action?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your ready? What do you want it to trigger, and what do you want to do?
Huh?
What do you want to trigger the ready to action, and what do you want to do once that ready to action is triggered? This is how ready to actions work. When you take the ready to action, you gotta go, okay, when this happens, I'm going to do this. Like, when this guy dies, I'm gonna run. Or, when something shows up, I'm going to shoot it. Or,
Yeah. I got that. No, but, I'm sorry, I don't, words. When he, what words am I looking for?
When he shoots, you shoot
The
him?
guard?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Anything else with your bonus action or any of that?
Can I move toward the ship?
No.
She moved it to cover.
Okay.
Okay. So when he goes to shoot or he becomes more visible, you'll fire. Gotcha. That brings it to the guard's turn. Sorsha, at this point, you're the only one who's really going to be able to hear it. The clanking, it sounds like it's right outside the doors almost.
Oh no.
They're all but there, and you're hearing some voices as well.
Cool. Is it my turn?
No. I was just saying you heard those, because this is the initiative count it happens on.
Great, great.
Her turn's next.
The guard is going to actually lean over and take a shot at Jorn, which would proc yours. You're still at disadvantage because of the range, and he still has partial cover because he's laying on the desk. He's on the desk taking the shot.
Does she get two
But you-
attack? Does she get two
Yeah,
attacks?
she gets both attacks.
Okay.
If you ready the attack action, you're still readying the attack action, which in this case is the whole 2 shots.
All right.
Pew pew.
shoot twice, love.
Um,
Eva?
yeah,
That will not hit with the cover.
Okay.
He has good hiding.
Very, very sneaky.
He's the new teammate of them.
He has good.
25.
Yeah, that'll hit. So you aim, you pull the trigger. First one scorches off the desk next to him. The second one catches him in the arm.
Um. Where did I go to? Oh.
D6, D4 plus what? 5?
No, she gets D6 plus D6.
Oh, it went up. I see.
Yeah.
Why?
I thought it
Why
was
did it go up? It doesn't. Go
I
up
thought
till
hers
10.
went up there.
No.
Oh, it doesn't go up till 10? So D6 plus D4, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought it went up at level 8.
No,
I
Nope.
don't know.
it doesn't go up till 10th. I do.
8?
8 damage?
Is on the die 8?
That's impossible.
So you, yeah.
4 plus 4 is 8.
Okay, so for the 2 dice together, that's different.
Yeah,
And don't
so
forget you have
now
to add your
your
modifiers.
Modifiers.
So dexterity.
You have plus
5.
like 5.
So that is 13
oh my
damage.
God.
As you trigger, and the second one catches him in the arm, like I said. And he reels some from that. He is officially bloodied.
I'm like half asleep. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
And Joran, he takes shots at you.
Okay.
That's a 17 plus modifier.
Yeah, dude, come on.
I have to do math in my head. Everybody here has different
It's a
ACs.
17
Some are
on a die.
ridiculous.
My AC is 17. Come on, man.
I'm not keeping track of your ACs. I have enough people with weird ACs. So that does 8 plus 2 of those.
I think everyone that's not count has 17 AC.
Maybe. You take 18 damage
I mean, I have.
as it burrows into your arm some, and he's taking 2 more shots at you.
I have an 18, and I think Sorsha has a 16. I might be wrong.
That misses because that's a 2 on the die. That
how much
hits
did
at
the
a-
first shot? Was 18, I think.
Yeah. And the second one's that's a 17 to hit on the die, which is your AC. So you take another 11 damage.
I do have a 16 because I am squishy.
I'm wearing special armor.
Still not bloody.
Good for you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Saoirse has
And-
nothing special.
I can't share this. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
If he's within 15 feet and he moves, he'll block my,
He's not within 15 feet, but he's
making sure.
he's kind of fucked. If he moves back more, he's at Count. If he moves forward, he's at Jordan. Gonna run off to the side towards it looks like a catwalk and take the dash action. Little dash bonus. And he's up towards the side on a catwalk, which down the ways a little bit is a door. But that's where he's at.
Cool.
And that brings it to Sorsha.
Can Saoirse do anything with her key card?
Right here? No.
The key, it won't open the ship.
Well, you're not at the ship.
Well, I'm just.
You don't know. You just picked up a key card. You don't know what the guy has access to. You can try stuff with it, but you don't know what it has access to.
Saoirse is gonna be like, there's something bad happening, and she's just gonna run towards the nearest door, and she's gonna try to open it. Not the door that has the sound coming from it. The other nearest door.
The nearest door would be what he's running towards, and then possibly the ship, if you count that.
Well, does he still think I'm Does he still think I'm a prisoner?
Right now he's just hauling ass. You don't know. You'd have to make an insight check to see how he's doing.
Would that be my action?
I think that's your bonus.
I'm gonna do a bonus insight and see if he still thinks that I'm an enemy.
You may as well just insightful fighting him.
Yeah.
I got 27.
He doesn't think you're friendly, but he doesn't seem to care. He's set on running.
Can I use that as my insightful fighting?
Yeah, as I said, might as well. So
Okay.
he's on the run. He doesn't think you're friendly, but because what was happening, but he's obviously on the run, not actually paying attention or looking to deal with you.
How much damage does my lightning charge do?
Right now, lightning charge would add a D8.
Problem is, though, it's
Okay.
melee.
Lightning
No,
charge is also for melee.
No, we did let her do some because of everything else.
Oh.
But I gave her
So
such a
I
good melee
can
one.
use my lightning
Since she's
charge
been
on my
training
harpoon.
extensively for ranged, I let her do it at ranged instead of it's a shot now instead of a melee.
I could do my one harpoon shot with the lightning charge.
You could technically do the 2, but it'd be at a ranged of disadvantage for the 2. For the 4 shot. If you do it with the 1 shot, he's within range.
I
I
was
mean, you
gonna
want
do it with
sneak
the one
attack, right?
shot.
Do it with the 1.
Yep. Then yeah, you can do it with the 1 shot.
Yeah. So that'd be 4d6 plus.
You have to roll the hit first.
Gotta hit first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
3.
I got a 1.
Oh.
At least none
Alright.
of us in that direction.
So where does this lightning harpoon
Eva.
strike?
Eva is.
Yeah. Wait, isn't Eva like 60 feet back though?
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
She's
Eva's far
pretty
away
far
from
back.
me.
All right, let's see what
That
happens.
was next to me.
That's
right, sorry.
I have to pull it out. Joran would be probably the only one in sight range. I have to say it.
I'm so sorry.
Experience, Arlo.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you for your honesty.
Otherwise, it was going for the hole.
Roll damage.
All of it.
I want to let you guys know there's like
Just
20% chance that this happens.
Just how I picture the map.
George,
I ran-
even or odd? Jordan, even or odd?
Odds because I'm a fucking masochist, bitch.
Why did you keep choosing odd?
I'm a masochist.
Look, you're taking a critical.
I don't give a fuck.
Why? I don't want to do this.
I don't care.
So,
Plus a D8.
I have
Listen,
enough health.
if we go with aliases,
You
James's
don't
character
get your
has to get
sneak
downed.
Fuck you!
No,
you
she
don't get your
does.
sneak attack.
Well, you're not expecting it, that's for sure.
you're unsuspecting.
Eh. Fair.
You're not expecting her to just turn and shoot you, so you're kind of focused on something else. So in this case, it's going to happen.
24.
24.
What's your modifier?
What do you mean?
What was your modifier to damage? Like, you know how you roll your dice and then there's just a bonus flat number? It's a +4, I think?
Sounds like you didn't add a modifier to the damage.
I didn't add that.
Oh, so you
So,
take 52 damage. As she goes to shoot this guy, and part of everything that's getting sucked, one of the, like, a small, like, paperweight flies off a desk and clunks her in the head, and it throws her aim off, and you just have a bolt of electrifying energy just bury itself in the back of your thigh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you knocked me down. Good job.
I'm so sorry.
Every time we put on costumes, your characters are done for, James.
Yeah, this is why I don't want to do this shit.
Okay. Sorsha, you have movement.
Sorsha, you knocked down Joran.
Sorsha doesn't know what to do anymore. Sorsha's just stunned because she just hit her colleague and she's down on the ground.
The sniper guy has a confused look as he's running and saw this.
Does he believe me that I'm on his side now because I shot my colleague?
It's pretty well this whole situation's fucked. It doesn't matter if you're friendly or not.
He's running.
Oh no. I'm just not gonna do anything. anything. She's like, I killed someone today and I just shot my
He's
colleague.
still breathing. You can tell he's still alive.
Well, I know he's alive, but I still shot him.
I'm dying.
And you just hear him, he's like bleeding profusely on the ground.
He is.
And so she's just like, I don't know what to do.
Randall, you thought these people were friends. What the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
I don't know what.
Johnny, you're up.
Seriously, open the door.
I don't know now.
On comms.
Just knocking.
Get to the ship.
So
And then
just
she
gonna
Hold on, guys. It's Johnny's turn. What's Johnny saying?
on comms. Get to the ship. And then she gets over there. Gonna fucking splice her way in.
Okay, make a check.
Check. Go. 30.
Yeah, you're in.
Thank you.
Fuck your
Ting, ting, ting,
security.
ting. Door slides open. Randall, you notice the door to like the main area opens in.
Oh
Thank you,
god.
magic tech person.
Running.
And that actually does not break your invisibility.
It doesn't.
because It's not an attack or that.
All right. Is there a motion? I was like right there whenever this turn started, so I
Oh yeah,
imagine
you
I can
have
make
plenty
it.
of movement
Okay.
to get in and stuff.
Gonna get over there. Get to the console. Really quick, disengage the helmet. Tell Packet to go find the tracker, disable it. Re-engage the
Okay.
helmet, and then see about activating this thing's stealth protocol. Getting this thing started.
That'll be part of your action next turn
Yep. Okay.
to start actively working a machine.
However, Packet's now running off and finding the security things and disabling them.
Randall, you watch for a brief moment since it's your turn. You watch for a brief moment as actually I gotta roll stuff for Packet. This is his turn.
Yucky.
Go, my children.
Let's see how he does. Okay. Packet disappears into the wall basically. And you hear some noises and stuff's clinking, and slicing.
Oh god.
Randall, you just watch somebody's head pop into visibility, a robotic spider jump off of it, and then the helmet go back down into invisibility. And the spider disappeared into the wall, and you hear it doing stuff. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, well.
There's a ghost on the ship.
To be fair, you would partially recognize who that was.
I am disguised.
You are, but you're right in front of him, and he
This
can
is
actually
also
see your
true.
face.
Well,
You're within range for him to actually see your face.
This is also true.
So just for the character being, could I roll for like a? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it would be insight, but like, see if I actually do remember who it is.
Bitch, you shoot me, I am tranking your ass.
Just make a raw intelligence check.
Raw intelligence.
Shoot at me, I will prank you, bitch.
Well, sorry, it fell on the floor and I'm trying to read what it is. Oh, 21?
Oh yeah, you know who this is.
Okay.
This is
So-
all. This is one of the members you were told to watch for.
Yes. Creepy ghost with spider that crawled out of who knows where. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
It was on the back of her head and hiding slightly into her hair.
Ow.
Okay, so I'm gonna ignore the ghost, and there's still a guard out there, right?
Well, he's running.
He's running.
Sniper man is running to a door to get the fuck out of here.
Huh.
He's bailing.
The droidekas are coming.
Androidicas are coming.
How far is the door from the ship? That they're
It's on
gonna
the far wall and corner, so it'd probably be a good 90 feet away.
Oh, I can still hit him with this. I don't get disadvantage if I use
Nope.
my sniper, right? Alright.
Nope.
I'm gonna go ahead
It's
and work
within
on-
all of your ranges.
Sweet.
The advantage
And
to
he is
using
not
the
undercover.
the advantage to using the two pistol thing is that you technically can attack 3 times, and all your dice can be lumped onto that. That's why you have that.
Wait, what? I don't even see that.
Yeah, it's a bonus action
What?
offhand, which Hunter's Mark still applies
Oh. Well, he has to shift it still.
to. I know, but that's the
So he
difference
wouldn't be able to
between.
bonus action offhand this time.
That's just the difference between rifle and two pistol.
Yeah.
Okay.
What feat is that does that?
What?
you can bonus action offhand a fucking one-handed weapon.
You can just do that.
Shoot it.
Well, technically, that's just 2-weapon fighting.
You can just do that.
Okay.
You just don't get your
Well-
modifier unless you have a specific fighting style for it.
They just need to be one-handed weapons.
Like,
Yeah, light one.
gonna
well,
use my,
obviously one-handed, but like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use my sniper, and I'm going to aim it at the door, and I am going to hold action to attack. As soon as I see him rolling in.
I mean, he's in plain view. You can take a shot just as easy.
He meant
Oh,
the
I-
droidicas.
Oh, the droidicas?
Yeah.
Okay, for the droidicas, yeah, I'll let that happen. I feel like you by now you can guess they're at least coming, and he's obviously running, so you could assume reinforcements from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I have a passive perception of 20, so
You might not know about the droidicas specifically, but you can definitely guess something's coming.
there is something coming.
Probably.
Just shoot the sniper that's running like, haha, take
Okay.
out his legs. No.
Shit. Count, you're up.
How far away is Jordan?
Leave
He's
me.
within 30.
Go
He's
away.
within 90 feet. He's
Uh,
within 30 feet.
I think he's closer to 60. Because he's still back there, but he was still back 30 feet from
Yeah. Yeah.
where the
he
guy
didn't-
was, and you ran past him to the ship.
Yeah, he didn't move all. He didn't move all the way.
He
up,
didn't
yep.
move up very far.
I didn't have the movement to do such, and I wanted to still shoot. You used
Yep.
your action, and you used a force jump bullshit thing.
I had an
Yep.
I had an extra movement there. How close is Sorsha?
Further.
She's the 40. No, she's
Oh.
about 40.
Oh, okay.
It's the fact
Okay.
that Sorsha turned to the side to aim at somebody that got you in the way.
Well, no, still not close enough for what I wanted.
But yeah, that'd make him about 70. But still, out of range.
Going in the
no,
ship.
Okay, going in the ship.
I am 60.
60, okay.
Yeah. 'cause I
Anyways.
did the math.
Jordan, death saving throw. Wait, actually, are you doing anything with your action? Count.
I'll go up and join
We
the. I'll go up and see if I can join the other guy up there towards the sniper.
I was getting ready to
desk.
say, I mean, Jordan's
Investigate
within
the ship
forcible range.
and find.
Leave me alone!
He's not close enough for me to manage to do anything without like.
I mean,
without
get you close.
extending- I have to action bonus action to.
Trying to go get on the ship, get on the ship. Leave me alone.
Yep,
Go.
go. What do you want to
He's
do?
got he's got people that can heal him. I'm gonna go
What do you
up
wanna do?
towards. I'm gonna go up towards the window with the new guy here, and duck down and heal myself up and say hi.
All right. When initiative is over, Raid, I'll have you describe your character.
Alrighty.
So, hey, this is interesting. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll just sit there and heal myself. Just like, yep, this is happening.
Okay. That means Jordan death save.
So, brutish durability is on all saves.
Yep, it implies to death saves. I know.
That's a 23.
So you're back up. Well, you wake up at 1 with a very heavy pain in your leg.
Christ. Fucking invincible.
Well, brutes are supposed to be brutes, hard to take down.
Yeah, they get what is it? A D6.
A D6 onto all saving throws.
Yep.
And death throws if it goes above, if it hits 20 or above, it counts as a critical. And yeah,
Yep. Yep. Now, come on, what are you doing, Jordan?
Moving as much as I can. Obviously, I have to stand back up.
You're running towards the ship actively now,
Yes.
like action dash, or
Yes, I am taking
Okay.
everything I have to go that
So
way.
you can get the 45
And-
towards it. You're about 15 feet off
The bonus
as you're
action,
vaulting desks.
yeah, bonus action. I'm going to use my second wind and get some little bit of health back.
Alrighty, roll your second win.
you got that harpoon hobble going on.
Arlo
As
does
you're
that.
running and trying to jump, you just rip the harpoon out so you have some kind of recovery.
Yeah. So I'll get 17.
And then it flies out the airlock.
What you don't know is after it flies out the airlock, it speeds towards Coruscant.
Oh. stabs him in the street.
All right.
It'll burn up in the end.
Breaking news: the High Chancellor's dead.
I will be at 18.
How much
Okay.
experience is he worth?
Not worth the penalty. And that brings it to Eva.
Am I like close to the door or?
About 15 feet off from the ship, because you were 60
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, you're right. To help you, love, Chani did come over comms and say, "Get to the fucking ship."
Okay.
She did.
I planned on it.
Did she
Yeah.
turn away from her microphone? Turn
Yeah.
back toward the microphone.
She's not coming over the mic.
Stupid quiet.
You're not coming over the mic.
Who? Yeah,
Barely.
We need to fix that during break.
Yeah.
Did you unmute? Hit the button.
Yeah.
She's just really, really quiet.
What are you doing?
I was gonna head to the ship.
Alright, you're running to the ship. You didn't have to stand up. Actually, no, because you were farther back still.
She'll make it to the door because I remember her saying. I remember you saying she was about 60 feet off like me, just in a different area.
Close enough. You can make it to the door at this point. You're on to, like, you're basically in the door on the ship. You can't do much in there because if you have to dash, but you're in the ship. Anything else?
No.
Okay. You guys do see rolling through the door 2 Droideka and a couple of guards starting to pour in as well. And you watch a sniper guy bails out the sniper door. That procs Randall's 2 shots.
Alright, so first shot. That would be a 15.
That won't hit.
Okay.
You rolled very low.
Yeah, I did roll very low for that.
Because the Droidekas are coming through the door, they're about the only ones to get a good shot on right now. But that won't hit.
21.
That one will hit.
Not using the reaction pop the bubble?
Even then.
That won't. Yeah, bubble won't help him.
So that would be. Oh,
No Colossus. No Hunter's Mark. Sorry.
no
You
hunter's
can't.
mark.
Yeah, because you have to spend the bonus action on your turn to shift the hunter's mark.
Okay,
The target lock.
I was about to say. So this is just straight damage from the rifle.
This is
So-
just a straight damage. No Colossus, no nothing, just flat rifle damage.
What about a
Okay.
surprise attack?
It's not
No.
that either.
It's
They
gonna
know
be
you're there.
You're
It's
also
gonna
not
be
a rogue.
13.
Shut up.
It's gonna be what?
13 damage.
Alright, as you fire off and it pings and it slams into their armor as it rolls in.
Can I hope to hit a leg?
You get yeah, you missed the first shot. Alright, that brings it to Sorsha. What are you doing? Jordan's up and running towards it as well. So is Eva. Eva's actually on.
How
Just
far
watched
away
him.
am I?
Literally watched him
You're about
stand up
40.
from bleeding to death and rip out a fucking harpoon and just run toward the shit.
You're about 40 away.
I'm going to use my dash and I'm going to get there.
Action or bonus action?
Bonus action.
Alright, you're on the ship now. You got an action left.
Shoot me and leave me behind. I see how
Vaulting. As you're running and like hobbling a little bit, pulling it out like fuck. Sorsha just flies past you.
I see how it is.
Johnny's commands are absolute. They must be obeyed.
They have to be obeyed. I can't disobey Johnny. I'm sorry.
I mean, you still have an action you could have, while passing, hit me with a med pack.
Nope.
It's
Time.
true.
Step 1.
I mean,
get the
if you
ship.
want, I'll let you make it. If you want, I'll let you have fun and make a throw attack with one to see if you get him with it.
As
Please
I,
don't. It'll hurt
as
more.
I'm running by, can I give him like a little give life slap?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And-
Jordan, as you're running by, you hear Jordan basically, and as you
No,
not
no,
Jordan,
he doesn't.
whatever his name is, because you didn't actually say it. You
His
turn to look
name-
at her, and she just reaches out and basically like slaps your cheek, but there's the helmet there.
Daniel,
His name's
slap.
David. Daniel.
I'm gonna just go with you didn't say a name because you didn't actually say it, and I don't want to fuck you guys.
Just
But
banging.
you do notice that she's just like a, hey, your turn.
That's apparently how we're doing things.
And what do I roll for that?
You spend one of your hit dice and give it to him.
For you, that's a D8.
Okay.
Unless it
Or
specifies
D6.
counselor.
Yeah, it doesn't specify counselor. It's any of her hit dice.
Then it should always be the rogue. Unless she
Maybe.
goes in the barbarian.
Unless you want to save it for later for recovery. You can roll a D8 or a D6 to heal him, but you expend one of those, so you have to mark one of those
I'm
off.
gonna use a D8, obviously. I got an 8.
Is
get 8
it
hit points back.
plus
As
modifier?
she slapped you and healed you. No.
Fair.
It's
You
just a
ate
straight dice
slap.
roll.
Yay.
You heal from a slap. It's a very strange combo.
Is that fixes everything that I did to you?
Nope.
All right. That's all of yours. China, it's your turn.
Make ship do good.
All right. Roll me a piloting check to see if you can get this, because this is a new ship to you.
Alright, that's fine. I'm good at that.
New controls, new shit like that.
That is a 22.
22. You got it. You're firing up. It is in the process of firing up. It'll take this, and at the end of next round, you can start to do stuff.
Packet's working on security.
I was going to say, Pekka has actually dropped back off. And is now sitting on the dashboard.
Hold on.
Also punching. Also basically like running across and finding a spot and just rams the front legs into it.
Can Mortimer do stuff?
Technically, yeah, but we're busy right now.
Okay.
Technically, yeah, but it would take Eric's. It would take Chani's stuff. Packet, on the other hand, is his own self.
I don't know all of his little robot things.
Packet is now engineer levels.
I'm done.
And he is also trying to speed up the process.
Rain's turn. Because they
Yep.
just said they were done.
Okay, well, since I hit him once, I'm gonna go ahead and move my target lock onto the one that I damaged,
Okay.
and
Flurry of violence.
what?
Flurry of violence. Go.
Yes. I'm gonna
Oh,
use
actually.
That might be out of range.
No, not that. For the sake of this, not for a while from the running, they can't actually do anything to stop you yet. They don't have it. They're not close enough. So if you wish, you could start the takeoff protocol. As Packet opened the doors to the bay.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I imagine since I was already on the ship, I would know a little bit about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start warming those
So
engines
wait,
up.
wait. They're standing over there, and then the big bay doors just opened.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's gonna look interesting in about 2 seconds.
Oh yeah. Thankfully, I'm gonna say, Randall, you slammed the door shut as you realized what was happening.
The fact
No,
that
let's not do that.
Not on
no,
the ship.
No, you can get in as part of this.
Okay. Thank you for being nice, DM, but I am not on the ship.
You would go before any of them still. So
Yeah.
you could get on. I'm just expediting it.
finding
And
activating
you'll take a
stealth
couple
procedures.
scorch marks on the hull, but nothing that actually damages it. As you open into free fall into space.
Stealth
And then you just
procedures.
kind of hover for after that. And you guys watch as that entire room was just jettisoned.
Bang gang.
As Packet didn't activate like the safety lock for it all, he just kind of opened the doors.
Yep, that's right.
Question.
Yeah.
Sometime in that mess of takeoff, my drone came back into the ship. Correct.
I'll let you have used that, yeah.
Okay. It's not a drone. It's a droid.
It cut it close. Like, it came in, you slammed, you're pretty sure you caught sparks as you caught it slamming the door shut.
Its name is Spigot.
And with that, you guys mentioned wanting a break. This is a good moment for a short break. Alrighty, back at it. Now that you guys have all jettisoned out, and you see the droideka is still spinning from their forward motion, but they're just kind of like slowly drifting and spinning. And
gang,
very
dude.
obvious dead guys.
Yeah.
As you're leaving, I will ask Chani to make a stealth with intelligence. You have advantage because of
I didn't unmute
Packet.
myself on stream. Oh boy. Whoops. Didn't say anything important. Here's the weird thing. I have expertise in stealth. I'm going to assume that that doesn't apply here.
Still does.
It does?
I mean, you're proficient in stealth and your expertise in stealth. It's just with a different modifier.
Alright.
Of ship.
I'm somehow better at doing this.
And the D4.
Oh yeah.
It's for understanding, because this is more of how can you navigate and like operate the stealth modules to get around the security systems that other things have.
17
Overcome.
plus 11, 28 plus 4, 32.
Okay, you're a ghost. Your ship is a ghost.
Over comms. Bang Gang, do not break Bang Gang protocol yet. Bang Gang, search ship for sensors and other stuff. Get rid of tracking.
You'll hear a synthesized voice come over it, basically stating that the tracker has been removed.
What about...
Although
any-
none of you have heard this voice before.
What about... Well, voice in the sky, what about all the other stuff? Security stuff.
Yeah, let's do a bug sweep real quick. I think that we're stealthed.
And now that we're so this and calming down, Randall, would you like to describe yourself?
Well, we all know what a bearded dragon looks like in the real world. Just imagine that in a humanoid form with a nice old style southern trench coat and just the standard cowboy setup, but instead of having a cowboy hat, he has one of those flat rounded hats. It's weird to describe them, but
They're the Trandoshans, right?
It is the transition in front of you.
as I'm in front of you guys, I stretch out a hand and the name's Randall Starr.
You know, I don't think you're related to one of the stars we have here.
You don't know my last name.
Though he probably could find out. You're legally entered into the Sentinel base now.
I mean,
Also,
yeah, fair.
no legal names.
Out of curiosity, one or two
He
are.
just said to one of them we know, so he didn't get a good one.
Well, whether or not he's related to that one guy that you happen to know there, Kai, let's do a bug sweep real quick. Before talking more casually.
Bang Gang has wide influences, wider than people think.
Yeah,
Oh God.
because we're the Bang Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said we couldn't do a big time heist like this. That showed them wrong.
Meanwhile, Johnny and Packet are just scrounging the area.
Packet disappeared into the wall again.
Yeah.
It worked last time, it'll work this time.
Gonna go ahead and go
I
all
guess-
out. Go, Mortimer. See if you find anything.
Yeah, I guess make an investigation check.
Investigation, go.
You
That.
can do it with advantage because Packet's looking.
Alright, that's a better dice roll. That's much better. 27.
Going through, you only find one or two. You get the feeling it was still wrapping up finishing touches. But the majority of it worked. And easy enough, disable him. Packet drops out of the ceiling with two small chip-sized things.
So do we think that's all of them?
You get a just text across your screen, I believe so.
Okay, then we should be fine. Mission accomplished, guys.
Should have blown it up.
Well, some things went certainly wrong, but I imagine there's going to be a talking to about that.
Talking to by who?
Yeah, I'll just let things happen as they do.
Man, fuck those guys.
There were a whole lot of them. They all kind of had to fall.
Well, I meant specifically Rainland. But yeah.
Yeah.
They should have ran.
Sorsha is gonna go up to Jorn, and she's gonna be like, Daniel, I apologize for hitting you.
He's just gonna hold up a finger and just shake his head no.
Damn, Daniel, why are you so bitter?
You wanted to use that.
You had to have wanted to use that.
Magic Space Tech Lady. Are we good to use names?
I
No.
don't know of any other things that we may have missed. If you want to be safe, we can keep at it until we actually put this thing in for cosmetics and stuff like that.
Sorsha's gonna cough under her breath. Marcia.
Okay, we can keep names up.
So,
I just want to make it clear, no one's introduced themselves to me, have they?
Well, it got awkward
Nope.
because we're currently using
You
close
know
names.
you know who Chani is right now.
Literally, I was just about to stand up and do that.
I waved at you when I hunkered down next to you.
But it's not a name.
Since
His
apparently
name is Wave.
Since apparently I have to keep up some charade. Daniel. And he'll just sigh heavily and shake your hand. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. As he looks around, he pulls out a slip out of his pocket, which has the notes that kind of give some characteristics of the group that he was looking for, and he just wants to state, this is the group heading towards Ithor, correct?
And who, pray tell, are you?
Randall.
Yeah. But additional information, please.
I'm heading to Ithor because I was given information from Captain. What is it? Pease? Captain Pease.
Peace.
Oh, that. Okay.
That's more. It's more sense than peas.
Okay. I was given information from Captain Peace. I'm currently looking for a man that's on Ithor right now.
Do any of us know who Captain Peace is?
Yeah. That was the guy who dropped you off here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Jordan didn't really introduce everybody very well, and you guys only talked to him for a brief moment.
And I'm bad with names.
Yep.
Alright, so I have to ask, how did you get in here?
I mean, it's just a simple case of just going from shadow to shadow, make sure that I'm not being seen, unlike your group.
Side note, you just sat on the shuttle.
Yeah, but you gotta build a big story. Like,
That's what I'm saying. In your head, you're doing this. You just jumped on the shuttle, and they did a question.
I just walked in, got on the shuttle, sat
So,
down.
You looked like a mercenary.
So, insight check.
Okay. I guess roll a persuasion if you're telling the truth, or deception if you're lying.
I mean, I went from shadow to shadow on the ship that I walked onto. Oh, God, no matter what, I'm probably gonna fail this.
Roll.
3.
You fail.
I rolled
Are
a
you
4
proceeding?
with a -1.
I was really hoping James would just have said 4.
No.
Okay.
I rolled a 16 plus 3.
Well, what does he get off you? Are you lying? Are you telling the truth? Are you hiding something?
What is he getting off of me? He gets that I'm telling close to the right story. It seems to him that I am majorly making this a lot more fluff than what it is.
He gets that you're embellishing, not that you're lying.
Yes. It's like, I walked to the pond versus, oh, I ran full speed across all these large rocks and made it to what seemed like a giant ocean. Like,
I got it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had a real bad day. Cut the bullshit. Just tell a lady what she wants to know.
I believe I did tell the fine lady what she needed to know. I got on the ship.
Johnny's fine.
Take,
Pretty straightforward.
take away the embellishment, please. Just tell her.
Hear that? Hear that? Hear that? The Transition likes you.
Eh? What?
He thinks you're fine.
He said you're fine, Johnny.
Okay.
Does not understand. Alright, it's quite simple. I walked onto the shuttle and they didn't ask questions. You really want to question me on why I'm walking on the shuttle?
No, I just don't want the embellished bullshit right now. I've had a bad day.
You know, surprisingly, there's a lot of people that just don't ask questions. It's rather weird.
Sorsha just kind of like looks down because she knows that she's a huge cause of that bad day.
I kind of want to be a dick and be like, yeah, I can see him pointing at his leg.
About 65% of which is a little bit of you. The other 35 is this whole fucking adventure.
We have a ship now.
Yeah, which is positive reinforcement, but it's not enough.
So let's go get this refurbished and made more for us.
Well, do I know of any, do I know of anywhere I can go and facilitate that without, you know...
Yeah, just roll an intelligence.
Alright.
Let's see what you know. You haven't been to, as we mentioned before, Coruscant hasn't been your normal tromping ground, so...
She has
We could,
bounty
we
hunter
could contact
experience.
our old boss there.
That's one idea, but let's keep this particular prospect our little secret till we camp.
Fair. I mean, he just has a lot of resources, and
21.
You know one that's... Chop shop isn't the right term, but it's definitely something that happens there. It's a place you could settle down, you could set down and not a lot of questions are asked.
Is it big enough or under the territory of people who don't care that this is obviously a very fancy ship?
It's a neutral territory for people who don't give a shit about the government.
Alright, I can deal with that one.
Questions aren't asked about where you got it, usually, unless it's like, how do I get a hold of a piece like that? It's nothing that's like, you stole that, we're going to the government.
That's what I was making sure we weren't going into. And normally they probably wouldn't be like that, but they'd go, that was too nice. They probably want to know about that one.
Yeah. And if you land something like this in public, like at the one you normally land at,
It's too nice.
guess how quick it'll be found.
It's too nice.
Sorsha wants to take off her businessman disguise.
Okay, it just drops. It's a force mask ability. It's a force ability. It just drops. Suddenly,
Human
the
man. Female.
businessman on here turns into a female human in a Bang suit.
No, I'm a Twi'lek.
It is hard
Sure,
to
you
hide
can't
the
layer them
headtails.
like that. You see somebody in an exosuit, basically,
Oh, okay.
like external spacewalk suit.
I make note of the name. Bang Game. That's a rather interesting name. Did you guys come up with the name yourself, or was that assigned to you?
Yes.
I'm taking the stupid cowboy hat thing that's on, or whatever the fuck it was, because I don't remember. That's
It was
attached
a
to my
cowboy
helmet, and I'm ripping it the fuck off and throwing it across the room because he just
Okay.
remembered it's there.
Okay, I guess disguises are done.
Fucking random shit on my helmet.
You said
Saoirse
you were.
worked really hard on that. Please don't just throw it away.
You said you were from Peace. What all information do you have on us? And as an extension of that, what all information does he have on us? Because I don't recall giving him names or anything.
He didn't give you names. He gave He didn't give you names. Randall. He gave you descriptions.
He would know
Alright.
my name.
So,
Well,
I'm
true.
gonna-
He gave you Joran and Eva's name. Joran,
Okay.
Star, and Eva, something or another, as two of the Mandalorians that were part of this.
just real quick, James, does your last name, does it have one R or two?
One.
Not related. Okay.
How do you know?
You're a transition. Of course we're not related.
I don't know. You're a Mandalorian. Things happen.
Hey, humans do some things.
No.
Or no.
Hard no.
You don't know what freaky shit your parents got into.
Look, there's scalies here on Earth. There's
Actually,
some
I do because their backstory is mine to make.
I mean, not all of it.
So, I'm gonna pull out the piece of paper that I had earlier. Well, you see, I wasn't given anything but just small descriptions. I know about Joran and Eva,
Oh, thank God.
but they're basically just Hierons.
Excuse me.
Mandalorian really is, but
Hey. Watch it, transition.
Well,
just small descriptions of characteristics of yourselves that happen to have caught my eye.
well, last time they got us on affiliation to the one person who was named. Do we want to keep up alias for the rest of us, or just go ahead and drop it
several
since
have
they know?
already been-
Saoirse's gonna keep up her alias.
Said in the third person.
In the background, you watch as Packet stabs the previous bugs with a leg.
Good boy.
I couldn't help but notice your little creepy crawly there.
Hey,
He
Did
is
it
now
kill me,
storing. He has now have the bottom, like the abdomen and the back, opening up, and he is now storing the the bug pieces in there.
Mike.
That's rather interesting little guy you got there. Does he have a name?
You can ask him yourself.
A little shocked comes across his face, and he kind of moseys over to the spider. What's your name?
Through your comm link, you hear a very synthesized voice go, "Designation Packet."
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
And
point
it's
over
staring
to him.
at you with all 8 eyes.
I feel it in my soul.
It does have the two big ones, because it is the little jumpy spider kind.
It does, but all 8 are staring at him.
Well, that makes it a little bit more cute. I mean, those jumper spiders aren't that mean looking.
Exactly, that's why he sat instead
Scuttles
of
backwards
normal
into
spider,
panel.
because those are freaky.
I was thinking
Scuttles.
like a banana spider or like a black
Fuck
widow.
you. No.
I was thinking that's creepy as hell. But
Just
They're
slow
the
tink,
worst.
tink, 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 back into vent.
alrighty, I'm gonna point up to my tracker drone and be like, "This is Spigot." He's named that because he's probably number 47, so they basically come out of spigot like water.
Alright,
People do your games.
I mean,
negative one
Sounds like
charisma,
people
you're
really
doing
like
well.
to shoot.
At this point, Joram would have handed you, Sorsha, all of the disguise material you used to make his disguise, and he is now in full combat gear. And
Minus
not
the
this
hat,
guy.
which is across the ship.
Minus that, yes.
Hackett's gonna come out of nowhere
For
wearing a
sure,
teeny tiny cowboy
Saoirse's
hat.
gonna take all the stuff, and she's not gonna hold it against him that he threw her hat because she did shoot him.
Turning it off, Johnny.
I wouldn't have given it to you, save you asked for it. So here it
Did you
is.
hear me?
What?
What?
He's dragging it off, Johnny.
Good.
Aw.
You see it, the hat slowly disappearing into one of the vents as the thread drags it in.
Oh god.
Aw.
Okay, well, we have some time before we have to figure out what we're gonna want this thing to look like, so let's check it out. See what all we got.
So
I'm
going over
finding
the
it.
ship. So you're going over what the ship has right now.
I'm
So
gonna
I'll say
find
this,
the weapon
it's-
system.
Doesn't have a weapon system, I was gonna say. It's a very small and compact ship. It's made to go under the radar and be small enough that it doesn't bring up on all the blips. And to do this, they decked on the living spaces, which sleeping area arrangements are basically like bunk beds that unfold and are stacked. You have a small little area you could sit in that has the synthesizer for food, and then you have a small bay for like storage. But besides that, there's not much room. The rest of it's crammed with electronics and the stealth modules.
Saoirse is going to run towards one of the nearest bunks, and she's just gonna like jump on the top one, and she's gonna like mine.
Well, you gotta flip it down and then you can jump on it.
Doesn't flip down, just jump up. Mine.
Mine!
Mine.
Shit!
She's also going to sit on her bunk that she now claims is hers, and she's going to go, I vote that we paint hot rod flames.
While you're doing this, a hat lowers onto your head.
Amazing.
Source is now wearing the cowboy hat.
She wears it with pride.
Stealth flame.
Can she give, what's his name, Packet, a little, like, boop?
No, he's not there. He lowered it on a string.
Aw, no boop.
Well, not the
He was
most
given a ship for free roam.
not the most homely thing, but we shouldn't kill each other if we're in it for a couple weeks at a time. So you're saying flames on the side, really?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the main color gonna be?
Hot rod flames.
The main color,
There's gonna be
not of the
flames on
fire,
the flame.
Did
of
she
the
stutter?
ship.
The entire ship is painted hot rod flames.
That's a bit much.
See, the clever thing is, no one would come towards the ship because they think it's on fire.
Ah,
No one, they won't be able to tell if our ship is on fire or if it's just the paint.
Fire gives off a very, very distinct coloration.
It suits us.
I'm pretty sure with synthesizers you can get some creative paint.
I think it suits us.
Oh yeah, a burning
Great.
chunk of metal through space. Yes, I
Looking
think
at it
it's
from a real point of view, I don't care about flames here and there. Whatever, that's just decals. Make it some kind of normal looking ship. We need to turn this thing into from what it looked like when they had it.
what's the color on it now?
Not.
Right now it's like a very not heavy black, but like it's borderline, but it's still technically a dark navy blue.
How about we
So she's gonna
go?
look-
And if you remodel the outside of it like to look differently, it might lose some of its effectiveness, as it is heavily built for stealth and speed.
So hot rod flames aren't stealthy?
No. They're the opposite, in fact.
They
They're
obviously
mint.
make it go faster.
They would never guess that the hot rod flame ship was their ship.
Well, I don't imagine that the paint job actually matters too much whenever it's trying to stealth around.
And the outer design of this ship is probably distinct.
The
We should add a fin.
Add a hot
What's
rod flame.
next? What's next? Hydraulics on the landing gear?
Yes.
No,
That are
fuzzy
already
dice.
hydraulic?
The landing gear we're going to make into chicken feet.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
We shall rename this ship Moltre, the rubber chicken.
Well, I need to go and look at its
I mean,
schematics if
you're
they're
getting
on here
close.
anywhere, and see if there is any amount of physical reconstruction we can do that won't actually hamper its stealth abilities too much. After that, we can still go with the flames, but I'm thinking more of like a darker red base, and then go with some blue flames.
Ooh.
Okay. Landing. I'll say this: you guys get there in very little time compared to your other shift. Landing, and for the sake of this, I'll let you expedite this process of fixing the ship and gathering materials.
Take a few days, or
Yeah, you can have a couple days to get ready.
Can Sorsha make the landing gear into chicken legs without them knowing?
That's a bit out of Sorsha's technical abilities.
Could she paint them yellow like chicken legs?
That is
Yes,
within
but
your
they would
technical
definitely
abilities.
notice.
Are we
This
gonna
thing's
stop
gonna
it though?
end up being called the roasted
Or
chicken.
not?
I'm also going to state this. Y'all don't
No,
see
it's the
Jordan for the
cockbuster.
entire downtime.
It's the cockbuster.
Fuck.
oh god,
Like I said, y'all don't see Jordan for the entire downtime.
So,
That's okay.
okay. What would you each like to grab?
Health packs.
How many?
Well, if they cost, I can grab exactly none.
I didn't
You
give him
have
money.
gold back. I just didn't bother with this. You have some golden back.
Credits.
I mean credits. Sorry, I played D&D yesterday. My mind's fried. You have some credits set back for this.
Yes, 3.
You could easily buy like 10.
Yes, 10.
And ammo you got set up. Okay, so 10 of those, and you got ammo set up for you.
And what does it
Because,
help
well,
back to? 2D.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. I feel
So
it
we
helps.
just short rest, right? Or a long rest?
It'll be a long rest at this, because it's going to be a couple days real quick.
Put on
Yay,
some
all my spells are
unnecessary
back.
necessary paneling.
I'm gonna go. How many power cells do you think Jordan can carry?
Like, if you go through a jungle, you want to know how many you can keep in that setting?
He knows we're going to a jungle planet, and he knows ammo's gonna be limited, so he needs all the ammo he can get.
Look how big they are. I could probably say you could safely carry 40 cells without an issue. But it'd be
I'm
mostly
gonna-
in your backpack, and they wouldn't be, like, quick access there.
Yeah, that's fine. 10 are gonna be always quick access. The other 30 are going to be.
Okay. That'll be
Or, I'm
most of
sorry.
your space taken up there.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're not weighty, it's just space consuming. Until, Chani makes a pocket dimension device.
Sorsha also wants to get some med packs.
I can't wrap my mind around how to pocket dimension device, so you're fine for now.
Oh my god. No, it's...
well, you see, when you get enough lightsaber crystals exploding to make a black hole,
That will do it, but how do we get things out?
My
didn't
question
say
is,
anything
who's
about
buying the
that.
explosives?
multi-dimensional math, multi-dimensional fractal math is a con.
well, you see, we
don't
just have to
know
make a
how
white
to-
hole somewhere else. We can set up stuff.
No. But that's not important. I'm checking for the pricing on your med packs.
Well, here's the real question. What's the damage for some paint job and paneling?
For you, buying it, because you could probably buy the base materials and go from there. You have a synthesizer you could actually be used to get most of your materials.
Okay.
For something simple like paint.
Who's painting the ship?
Sorsha!
Okay, roll for painting.
I'm
Roll
gonna.
for painting.
Use your disguise kit.
I'm also gonna purchase an additional bandolier, so I have 12 more quick access things.
Okay. A med pack is 300 credits.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, give me just a second.
Nope, that's wrong. 100 credits.
23 for the painting.
So
You did a
I'm
good
at
job on the painting. 100 credits for a med pack.
I'm
Okay,
at
I wish to
500
buy
credits
3
total.
med pack. No, 7 med packs. How many med packs can I carry?
Technically, there's not really a limit, but 10's an easy amount to have access to without worrying about
Then I
all that
wish
stuff.
to buy 6.
Can will take 4.
Okay, it's 100 credits per thing. Mark off your money.
Yep.
Meme, you look
Round.
fucking fat.
Don't call her that.
From my angle, she looks fat as hell.
Be nice. She's sensitive.
Fat chinchilla.
She is a softball in shape and size.
No, he's all fluff.
They're all med kits.
Okay, so, Chani, what are you doing? You said you wanted to downsize and try to up some room.
No, she's basically changing the outline of the ship so that it's not a... Oh, that's obviously just that with a different color. But hopefully with...
That's hard to do because
It
you
is.
want to change. You have to rebuild like from the frame and stuff as well. So in a
Yes.
couple of days, that wouldn't really be something you could do.
But she can probably get it.
Because if you want to rechange the outside shape, you'd have to rechange the framework on the inside, the support beams, all that stuff. You'd more or less be rebuilding it from the ground up.
Yeah, we're not doing that at this moment, just tacking on some useless paneling to change its outline. So if there's...
Without
Have you
any-
seen this?
Okay. You have Tinker, I think, so use that.
I have a lot of things. I'll roll Tinkers.
Get shot.
Yeah, just because you're just slapping it on without causing issues.
25.
Just so we all know, while Sorsha was painting the hot rod flames, she did paint the landing things like chicken legs
That's fine.
Okay.
because no one told her she couldn't.
Packet's helping you hold on with the panel, helping you with the panels.
Still 25.
Oh yeah, he was in there holding him. Like it needs to hold there. Attaches on, like, latches down, attaches a string to it, holds it there. I say string. These are wires. Don't walk into his webs.
Listen, I gave him something very useful. I know.
You did.
If they try really, really
count-
hard, they might be able to form like a tiny parachute and then fly away.
I would like to see where Ilum is on star map.
On star map, Ilum is. I mean, you would know roughly where it is. You would have to check. You've been.
It's more so of like, is it along the way
No,
or like opposite side?
it's not opposite, but it's also not along the way. It'd be a heavy detour.
I'll make a note for it, and at some point just talk to Chani of if like, hey, if we're anywhere near here at some point, or if it's along the way, can we make a stop there if we have time?
Is that all a passive thing, or do you think that we'd benefit from going there first?
No, it's more of a spiritual thing. It'll probably help myself and Sorsha with her new powers.
Okay, then we'll probably do that after our trip here if we don't have to... See, the thing is, though, if we run immediately back to where we need to go and report things in, we might then have to go somewhere else immediately. And we
Yes,
don't know
yes,
for how
yes.
long we're gonna have this thing.
Well, this'll probably help clear some bad juju off myself and her.
Speaking of bad juju, that was a mess back there.
Also, lightsaber crystals. We can get her a lightsaber, maybe. If you want one, anyone wants one. Quite frankly, we can get a lot of crystals
I'll
if we have a need for them.
help her make one then. If that's not heresy of some sort.
I only want those if I can shoot them out of my rifle.
Well,
Randall.
we
Randall.
it'll be decently spiritual, but
No, I would say Randall.
as long as there's no Jedi around at the point, we should be able to.
You would know
find
the
it.
process tends to be for the Jedi finding it and making it on their own, but for like most others, it's finding it. It's the part they need to do on their own at least.
That being said, though, after she's found one, I might get myself a new one. If we just want them for resources, we could probably take a bit.
Okay, well that's, I guess, after this one. Or our latest, or current objective. Ugh.
Our current objective worries me.
Yeah, I'm not good in those areas.
Well, if you're emotionally unstable, this will more likely make you more emotionally unstable once we're in the temple.
I'm
So,
pretty okay.
no, I meant to be ready for Sorcia to have a panic attack.
Oh! Yeah, you probably want to have a chat with her, and I imagine everyone's gonna have to pay witness dues due to our relatively small enclosure that we are having to abide.
Yeah.
Around about how long does Johnny think it's gonna take for us to get to our destination planet?
4 days.
Yeah, we've got a few days of travel, so
Yeah.
Australia's use 4 days a lot, but that seems pretty.
we are in a
No,
faster
Ether's
ship.
farther out actually.
Okay.
I think Ether's farther out. Give me a few minutes.
The-
Ithor
vamp.
is actually closer to Coruscant than
Vamp.
Ilum.
So,
Ilum is
your bayonet
Okay.
seemed to work.
I knew it was out of the way. I just was trying to remember have a lot of planets in the mid sector, all
We-
that sector. We'll go with 3
It-
days then.
Ilum's somewhere out of the way. It's side.
Bayonet seemed to work.
Ilum's also in unknown space.
Count knows the way.
No.
But, be ready to trank either herself or myself.
Oh, jeez. You think it's gonna go that bad?
I have no idea, but I am not immune to influence.
You're both pretty stout. I don't know if I can down you with one. I might slow you down with it for a minute, though.
Well, quite frankly, if you can trank us and calm us down, that'll probably snap us back to it.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I don't...
Also, same rules before, don't touch anything. Unless we need to.
Okay.
Space wizard stuff.
Fine.
I mean, if you touch it, you might get to do space wizard stuff, but it might not be good for anyone else.
Oh.
You know, a ghost might teach you to shoot lightning or something, and then you might shoot one of us with lightning while being possessed by a ghost.
Spooky, spooky ghost.
Alright, well, I'm gonna work on messing up our outline. We'll mess with this more later if we have a chance to do so.
She's painting. I'm gonna go see if I can get drinks from the synthesizer, get wine drunk, and take a nap.
Enjoy.
Easy enough.
See you at dinner.
Okay. Jordan's doing that. Eva, are you stocking up as well?
Yeah.
Or are you stocking up on more stuff, Jordan?
I was gonna stock up on a couple more things, but you can go with Eva.
Okay. What do you want to stock up on, Eva? Power cells and med packs will be very limited on the planet. Your lightsaber doesn't have to worry too much about that because of how they run for a long, long time. But your pistol might.
Mm.
That said, you also know they're rechargeable via tech pads, which Chani has obviously made points she has. Med packs are 100 each, and honestly, power cells are chump change. Okay. Hello? Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was still on the call.
Yep.
Yeah, you're there.
Yep. She's just hard to hear.
Okay. Anything else while we're here?
I'm actually gonna buy a second bandolier and 3 glow rods.
So you have 3
Okay.
bandoliers.
2,
Yep.
actually.
Oh, I thought you already
Okay.
had one.
Nope.
Ah.
Everything else
Fair.
being held on my belt.
I thought the same.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, you have 2 extra bandoliers. You have some glow rods. That's probably
Everything all together
40
that I've been
credits.
totaling
40
up
credits.
is 630 credits to go total for everything I've got. Because the
Or-
bandolier is actually 100 credits a piece.
Oh shit.
And then the
Mark
power
that
sword
down
is 10 a piece.
because I'm not using exactly what's in the book. So that'd
Yeah,
be closer to
it's-
like 40 credits for the bandolier.
Okay. So then I go down 120, so I'm at 510. Unless you're changing the price of power cells because they're 10 apiece and the glow rods are 10 apiece.
Nah, I like that. That's okay for the fire cells.
Okay. Yeah, because the glow rods illuminate basically a 40-foot area with bright and dim light, and then they
Yep.
last for 10 hours and can be recharged with a power cell.
Yep, useful stuff.
Do I see him rock back to the ship with some goddamn glow sticks?
At the end of the couple days, yeah.
Can you get like 15 more of those?
You can.
Okay. I'm a little busy doing this.
You could-
Okay. I'll take care of it.
You could sit back it.
No. No.
They are 2 pounds.
They're big glow sticks.
Yeah.
They're not glow sticks, they're glow rods. And they're hanging in his bandolier. Do you really want me to go get more?
It's okay.
He just walks back toward where he came from.
Okay, it's another 15, so 150.
So buying 15, so 150. So I'll do this math. And then he'll come back
Anything
and give Chani the 15 that she asked for.
Okay. I will say,
And that's
anything specifically tricky you want to grab for the transition here, Ram? For Randall. Or do you think he's pretty good?
Wait, I only caught part of that.
Anything specifically tricky or like out of the way that you want to try to grab for yourself, Rain? Is what he said.
I mean, I don't think so. I don't really know of too much for Randall. I have my
You could
rifle.
probably get a silencer.
I mean,
Yeah, you're gone.
does
He'll be
that
back in a second.
okay?
Yeah, we're having tech problems.
It
So yeah,
happens.
you could probably get a silencer for your guns.
I mean, besides making it silent, does that like debuff anything on it?
No.
No,
Hmm.
no, it just helps you keep stealth.
Alrighty.
He's sneaky. I mean, sure. I guess a silencer.
Okay, that's I set that at like 300, I believe.
So
Alright.
You could cover
Unless
that with
you-
what you have.
Okay.
unless you want to buy multiple silencers for everything.
Yes. 3 silencers.
That would be harder to cover.
Okay, just one.
I'm gonna start saving my money up because there's a fucking special thing I want to buy.
I still
Talk to me
kinda-
about it later. We can work stuff out for it. You want to do what?
Huh? Oh no, I just said I have a lot of money still.
Oh,
I will
Okay.
find Sorsha whenever she's done painting, if one step at a time.
I'm just gonna confirm. Anybody have any other last minute things they wish to grab?
Nope.
I'm good.
An artist rendering of our ship. For
Sounds
real
like
life.
something you could ask Sorsha for.
That I want.
Oh shit, that's harder.
I know.
Hey, Rain, get on
What?
it.
I'm just a cowboy.
But
We move along.
if nobody else has anything they want to do, yes, you could find Sorsha.
I guess this is after she's done painting.
Sure, if that's when you want to find her.
Well, I don't know how much time like this is all taking.
You have time to. It'd be towards the end of it, but you have time to.
Yeah, I'll wait till she's done painting and comes back to the ship. Comes back for food.
That doesn't take long.
Count's there with just a glass of wine, meat, cheese, and pickles, crackers, all neatly cut and placed.
Very
Ah,
excited.
This thing is great. You just tell it what you want and it makes it for you.
Wow.
Wow.
Like watch this. Cheesesteak. Does it pop out a cheesesteak?
Wow.
Pops out
I don't
something.
know.
You think it's a cheesesteak.
Do you want a cheesesteak?
I think you should eat it first.
I'd take a bite.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's very.
It's passable. It's passable.
Then Sorcha will love it.
It's kind of bland compared to a properly cooked one.
That's okay.
No. Not the best, but I mean it's free.
Then Sorcha would like to also have one.
Okay.
Okay. We need to have a talk now. It doesn't really
About
matter if we
what?
force stuff. Because where we're going is not nice for force stuff.
What do you mean?
So, you know how when you killed people before, it felt kind of bad? But on the ship there, it felt like really, really bad. Like you kind of felt like, man, that just tugged on my soul a little. That guy just died.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to a place where the air itself is kind of like that probably, and it's just really bad, and it can make people do bad things. And if you get in a bad state of mind, that mindset will get worse. So like if you get really angry at something, you'll get even angrier than you would normally. Or if you get really sad, you might just break down and start crying. You see what I'm saying?
Sorcha goes, I don't know why I'm talking in third person. I am in complete control over my emotions at all times.
He's just gonna look down, make a little meat, cheese, pickle, cracker sandwich, eat one, take a sip of wine. Okay.
I forgot to say I was grabbing the rope equivalent in this game. I'm doing
Gotcha.
that.
Well, same thing as when we were in the library. Don't touch things unless we have to.
I
There
don't
might
like
be
to
more
touch things. What are you
There
talking
might
about? Who are
be
you talking to?
there might be more ghosts.
Ghosts.
Yeah,
We
like
did
the
so
one.
well with the ghost last time.
I didn't like the ghost last time.
We did very good with it.
They touched me places. I didn't like it.
Where did he touch you?
I'm
I mean, you saw it. It tried to touch his heart.
It touched my chest without it touched my chest without permission.
Rude.
But if Chani seems to have been okay with it, don't know about everyone else. Haven't asked them. Haven't seen them around. Oddly enough, it's a small ship. But we might be able to get you one of these for your own. And I'll ignite the lightsaber away from her and away from everything in the ship so it doesn't cut through
I
anything.
assumed. I
Yes.
assumed.
I don't know if I want a lightsaber. And she
Hmm.
hugs Arlo. She's like, I have a baby.
Well, even if you don't want a lightsaber, I'll unignite it and force disassemble it and pull out the green crystal. It's more so about one of these.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what that is.
This is a kyber crystal. It's used as a focusing tool in a lightsaber to make the beam. It also helps channel the force through it. It kind of has a bit of personality for whoever's used it. As I guess when you could say if you're making a lightsaber using a crystal, you kind of imprint a bit of yourself on it. So it's like a little mini you in a way.
Ooh. Mini me.
As you
People
say
that
this, you look out the window and see Chani and Packet welding stuff on.
Interesting. But yeah, it's like a little piece of you. Generally, anyone who is force sensitive and has had a lightsaber for a while, it means something to them. They might not grieve in the middle of combat if it gets destroyed because, oh man, I'm about to die or fighting, but later on they'll probably have a bit of a solemn moment for it. Quite frankly, I would be very upset. But there's also another story, and I'll pull up the blue one. So now that you're...
That one did.
This one came from someone who... They stopped being a man and became a beast. Do you remember the lady that went kind of feral fighting Ava?
Yes.
She started foaming at the mouth and basically no longer was human and just flailing about violently.
Yes.
That can happen to you. That can happen to me. That can happen to just about anyone with the Force if they don't have enough control over themselves. There's a thin line between controlling your emotions and having them control you.
I'd rather not go feral.
This lightsaber was an old friend of mine's. Well, more like colleague. We left the Jedi Temple around the same time in our youth, teenage years, and at one point I refound him again. He had changed. He tried to have me join with whatever he was doing, saying we'd make a great team. We were sparring partners for quite a good while. And when I declined, telling him I was doing my own thing, well, he didn't like that, and talking had stopped, deciding that if I knew who he was going to kill me. Fight ensued, and I ended up cutting him in half and took this as a reminder of
You kicked it all.
this could happen to anyone. What, Matt?
Nothing.
Say I cut him in half at the waist and took this as a reminder that this could happen to anyone. So we need to have control of ourselves at all times, if possible. And I know I'm a hypocrite for saying that, as I tend to go into a bit of flurry into battle sometimes. All the time. But just be careful. If anything, we go to Ilum and you can have a bit of a spirit journey and have a nice light side cleansing. Maybe. Find you a little crystal friend.
Good crystal friend?
Good crystal friend.
Good crystal.
I find it calming to just sit there and look at the blade of my saber a while. The nice green hue and everything that it's done with me and all it's been through. Also, green's a nice color to look at, like the grass.
I do like the grass.
Sitting here for this, with you guys talking, to count, Sorcia feels as in like the more neutral area, just there, present. Now, hasn't done anything particularly good or particularly bad. It's just kind of floating in the neutrality. Sorsha, you're not quite good at reading things yet, but Count has a sliver of something that feels off-putting to you.
Hmm.
I mean, she's seen him go into fucking frenzy and just go hacky slashy on people.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, don't use too much lightning, you might burn your hands, or they get a bit tingly and then it's kind of hard to do things after.
Huh.
Also, not the best with cook with, I found. Kind of makes, you don't really cook, it's like a space hot pocket. You kind of burn the outside and then it's still cold on the middle.
That doesn't sound very good.
No, I've tried cooking with it before. You're better off just with some rations if you're gonna try that.
Fair.
Wonder if Chani can make saber like she did with Ava bigger.
I mean, you could ask her, but she seems a little busy.
Oh, I know. I need to make a call. And I'll finish up my crackers and wine and go outside.
Okay.
If anyone else has anything to do before switching back over.
Anybody else?
Welding intensifies.
Alrighty. I guess nothing else. Let's
Yeah, I was about to say
think.
no.
Okay.
Randall?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll call up
just
I'll
not,
call
other,
up.
other than after the 2 days is up, you see Jordan come back for like a brief moment and then leave again and then come back a couple hours later with more of the thing he had on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll call Sato.
Alright. Few rings, he answers.
Hey, so we got some stuff going. We're doing pretty fine out here. You know, we might make a few pit stops while we're out. But how's the long saber going? How's Marov? How are you?
Well, to answer that in reverse order, I'm doing just fine. Rob's still not woken back up yet. And it's happening-ish. Working some problems out.
I figured it'd take a while.
Tends to overcharge and the handle goes off.
I hope you weren't holding any of those when you tested them.
I was, but it was the fake one, so we're good.
Okay. So has Marov stabilized? Is he okay? Aside from the coma?
He's stabilized. Nothing's physically wrong anymore.
Anything clouding his mind or
I can't
anything
say
like that?
he's asleep. That's all they keep saying is he's asleep.
Have they let you go check on him yourself?
I mean, they've let me in, but I'm not a medical expert, nor do I have much sensitivity with the Force as it is.
Oh, just in case if you're afraid you might see something wrong.
Nothing I saw.
Well, hopefully it's just a matter of time then.
I have a friend coming back. Hopefully she can fix up or do something.
Okay, well, I don't know. We might be back in like a few weeks. 2, 3.
Well, have a good vacation.
Yep. It's you know how travel can be. You might get stuck a bit or stuck on planet a while.
Oh, very
All,
much. It's
all
inconvenient
this crazy,
sometimes.
all this crazy stuff that's been going around. Sometimes they want to argue with our Sentinel passes.
Well, do let me know if you have any issues with that, though you probably shouldn't need them if you're on a vacation.
Yep, but just calling to check up, letting you know we're doing okay.
And I thank you for that.
Since I guess you're kind of semi-responsible for us, our superior.
You just
wanna put
was
it?
like, yep, kind of. Yep, pretty
directly
close.
directly in charge of us.
I feel like it charges a very loose term after having spoken or worked with you. I just kind of point in a direction. But
Yeah,
it's fair.
legally responsible. In
Oh God, I hope not.
okay, well, no one's dead. All doing great. Should come back in one piece.
Well, see that you do.
And I'll
And
head
it flickers off. As it ends, you hear a son of a, and it cuts off.
that long saber's gonna be really cool when that's done.
Possibly. Anything else?
Nope.
Anybody else doing anything?
Saoirse's gonna go flop down into bed.
Okay. So, if nobody has anything else, it'll be the time, a few days will have passed, and it's time to see how well this stands against Ethor's security systems.
You're saying that as I hear thunder crackle in the background.
Good timing. Last chance to object. Anything?
Uh,
Anyone?
I'm kitted out to what I need to go for what I need.
Johnny's just going to spend one beautiful, blissful moment just surrounded by as much tech as possible, thinking about the future.
I mean, you probably have a day to relax if you want to.
No.
camping supplies.
Smart.
Yeah, I was wondering if somebody would think about it.
Count sipping wine on the bed just shoots up.
You have like 3 hours before you're supposed to leave when this thought occurs to you.
Johnny, getting camping stuff.
Do that.
As he's running out the door. Running through, trying to find camping gear. You don't have to go far. You just kind of... You're basically running and grabbing something, bargaining with somebody at the port that you found. Trying to get a hold of them. And camping gear for everyone. Are you buying 5 or 6? Basically, are you buying for just your group, or are you buying for Randall as well?
I was debating on getting like a tent set up. But
Well, a tent that can hold 6 people
Well,
looks different
yeah.
from a tent that can hold
That's
one
different
person.
than...
Yeah.
Are you trying to get a 6-person tent? Are you trying to get a couple tents to hold separate people?
6 just in case.
6 individual tents, got you. With some basic camping gear and all that. That will run you 180 credits.
Fuck it, rope 2.
Rope 2, getting fiber cable. Just round it off to 200.
Alright.
Because that's how much I was going to tell Jordan it was. To get a decent length of fiber cord.
Well, I mean, in the book, it's only fucking 50-foot increments, so...
I didn't know how much you're buying. I was just going to round you off at a 20. For credits. Alright, camping gear
I
is
mean,
bought.
that's how much it is anyway. In the book.
Oh, hey, there we go.
to the ship.
Back to the ship. Is it time for you to test and put this baby through its works as you put it as it is?
Yep.
I will distribute everyone their things.
Okay. Just handing out different camping gears to people. Randall, surprised you're getting camping gear, maybe? I don't know.
A little surprised.
Have one just in case.
You're
Appreciate
gonna need it.
And I guess taking off. I'm just curious. How far is Chani opening this up on takeoff?
I want to play with my new toy.
Is it all the way on takeoff?
Not on takeoff, but once we're in space.
Okay. You guys take off at a normal descent, a normal speed. However, once you're all up there, everybody like skids back as Chani hits the throttle from to all the way.
Maximum space.
And you just blitz. And considering you guys haven't entered any of the fast travel, like the hyperspace, this is fucking moving. Now, you don't think you could take very many hits or collisions, but it can move.
So when do you want to activate the stealth?
Soon.
Can it go
Good.
full speed stealth?
That's what I don't know.
Theoretically.
A warning light buzzes inside of her head. Let's not.
That was part of the description, was theoretically.
Not yet. Not until I
When
have a
the
chance to play with
plans.
things.
Since you're piloting, do you want anything to drink while I'm back here? Just over comms. Actually, is it within shouting range?
I'd imagine the entire
yeah.
ship is within
Oh,
shouting
yeah.
range.
Yep.
Everyone, everywhere, no matter where you are, is within shouting range.
Yep, just hollering up there. Want anything to drink since you're piloting?
Sure, and she'll say some, like, mundane cola equivalent.
So,
Generic off-brand cola.
fair. So actually getting to E4 wouldn't take that long given the shorter distance and the hyperdrive. But if you popped into existence too close to the planet, you would immediately register
Yep.
on theirs. So you have to pop into existence a ways off, and that's what adds on the extra 2 days. Just to be like, just because this keeps it safer and keeps you from getting caught. And as you're approaching, you can see it off in the distance of a planet. Very lush and green. And small, at this distance, small because the planet's still tiny in the distance. Just gray floating platforms at this distance, for that is a better term. Most of them have met up, and and some others are coming in closer. And you're getting close to the time you should probably start the stealth.
Alright, Packet. Anything we need to shore up, get on it. Let's see what this thing can do.
Alright. Fuck, Packet makes things a lot better for you. Technically, you have advantage and an extra d6 then.
Yay. On top of my plus 11.
Yep. For a intelligence stealth with this.
Yep. Fuck. 30.
30. So coasting in,
30.
and getting in, at one point you actually have this genius idea of, with stealth active, they can't even then, there's always that chance, but if there's no thermal reading, if there's no thermal output, there's no way to show up on thermal readings, and you cut the engine. And you let gravity carry you all the way in the rest of the way, and you enter the atmosphere, coasting past these ships, blending into the abyss, I guess would be the best terms around you, surrounding you, blending in until you've passed through, and you hit atmosphere, and gravity starts to pull you in, and you start to nosedive. And because of the angle you're going, you're arcing, because they're gathering over a continent they used to live on. Fortunately, that's not where you're going. And you start getting closer and closer, and everybody starts waking up as the ship starts to not like shake apart heavy, but starts to rattle. And you hear a couple beepings as you're hitting high terminal speeds. And close to the last second, as people can probably get up and watch, you guys are heading down at this, and you can see the engines are off.
Johnny's not a bad pilot.
No, but everybody else can just walk in and probably look up and see, "Oh, we're not flying, we're falling."
They can panic if they want.
And everybody's starting to slide back towards the back of the ship from the G-force of going down.
I'm just gonna sit wherever I can and just like buckle in. Oh my god.
So you've sat down on a seat and you just clamped your hands on the bottom and are holding yourself to it.
I like
So-
that idea. I think I'm gonna try and do the same thing.
Does
Okay.
the bed fold into the wall?
The bed folds into the wall.
Can I fold into the wall with it?
You're kind of skinny.
Not really.
It doesn't
but-
go all the way in. Kinda.
Yeah.
For what you have, I would think. But I guess not. Up to you. You don't close it all the way, but you close into it a decent bit.
Alright. I'm just gonna roll into the fucking wall with the bed.
Alright. I guess I need to ask, how are Sorsha and Eva handling this? I like how everybody's just like calmly like, okay, let's roll into stuff.
I mean, Count, I picture is just a blank expression, just, well, this is happening. Okay.
Packett's holding on to the dashboard with his two front legs.
I have to imagine this is not Joran's first time dropping into a planet.
I'm going to just assume that Sorsha is still asleep and she just doesn't notice any of this is happening.
Alright, Sorsha, you're
Float
slowly
steadily
rattling
into the
edge around on your bed.
That's fine.
For now.
She doesn't even notice.
Eva, what are you doing? I'm curious.
Slow or embrace myself being like, fuck.
Bracing for impact.
The only person who actually has a proper reaction of, we're falling, what can I grab?
Floor.
Floor! Okay, you throw yourself on the floor and try to brace and grab something. And as you're getting closer and closer and closer, Chani snaps the engines back on and pulls it into a hard curve to keep you going above and as close as you can to avoid everything above. Any of the sensors. And at that point, Sorsha needs to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage because she's asleep.
I feel like
Eva-
she'll be fine.
Joran
I think I'll be fine.
and Randall need to make strength saving throws.
Oh,
And
geez.
Count, he's just locked in a bunk, so I can't really force a save on that. I will say Packett had lost grip with his legs, he is now holding on by the wire.
Can I? Oh, he's got himself. That's fine.
I got a 10.
As she snaps, pulls, twists, you fall, hit the roof, fall as she straightens back up, bounce off your bed, and back onto the ground.
Oh god.
Can I still be asleep?
You can be knocked the fuck out at this point.
You're probably more unconscious, he's right.
Okay. That works.
But yeah,
19
to all of you
total.
else, everybody else, okay, that's good.
22.
That's good. Eva?
Alright.
Eva? Strength save.
Oh. Ooh. Or-
Huh.
18? Do I count that correctly? 18.
18?
Yeah.
That's good. You hold yourself down. You like bounce a little bit, but you keep yourself down pretty well. Everybody else, you just watch Sorsha play ping pong and pinball at the same time and is still asleep on the floor snoring lightly.
Oh no!
I don't think she's asleep anymore. Pretty sure she's unconscious.
I mean, she's still snoring.
Just lands in front of Ava.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
She's pretty close to landing on everyone, to be fair, with how small this area is.
I'm in the wall.
And with that, continuing to coast and cruise. I assume looking for a. You have a rough, like, location. It's not a very good specifics, but there's a rough area,
We want to be kind of nearby, but not obviously nearby.
and you can do so. And finding, but the problem is finding a spot where you can land a ship like this.
Well, it's not the biggest, so.
So you're still within the rough area, but you're definitely not in the more central area of it. But like you said, you didn't seem to want that anyways. You set down on near a like more mountainous area, like one of the more mountainous of the jungle regions. You set down on a plateau near the bottom of it where it's flat. Not a plateau, that's not right. But you set like a more hard rock based area that's very heavy and flat. There's some dirt and grass and plants over there, but less overgrown vegetation.
Alright, we made it.
And nobody vomited.
Well,
You know what? Actually, let's have Eva's the only one who was bothered. Eva, make a Constitution save.
No, not in the helmet.
oh god.
Eva does. Oh god, she has a helmet.
Shit.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3, so it's 6.
You throw up on the floor.
Oh
Gross.
no. Just
In her sleep. In your sleep, you just subconsciously roll away from the vomit, Sorsha.
Yeah.
You're not used to this kind of maneuvering, Eva. They always kept you on flat grounds. Nobody said anything about like pilot shenanigans.
I hate my life.
Your helmet's gonna need some scrubbing.
I unbunk my bed and roll back out onto it.
Now that we're actually on the ground, does it look like there's anywhere that would it be not impossible to navigate to that would help obfuscate our outline from the sky?
You could probably scoot it a bit closer to the
Tree line?
you're near a cliff, like a more cliffish. It's not quite a cliff; it's slightly slanted. But you could probably scoot it closer to it, and then activate some of the modules in this to keep it pretty obfuscated.
Well, I don't know how long those will last if I just leave it.
Leave it on a low burn; it'll last for a couple weeks.
Okay. So in that case, we
It
should
won't.
be okay.
It won't shield you from anything like extensive, like if they were down and heavily searching, but like from orbit.
Alright. Just didn't want it to show up on images.
Between the areas, the distance, and all that, you could probably set a low burn,
Alright.
low level, low powered one to do for last a while.
Okay.
And
I,
as you all land,
Go ahead.
go ahead. Nope.
Johnny, I would highly recommend getting a scan of the area as much as possible and forwarding it to us so we can better navigate, 1, and 2, be able to find the ship, because once we're in the jungle, it's very much not likely we're going to find our way back if we're not careful.
In this instance, navigation is not my job. For the sake of
Yeah.
us all.
I plan on taking the lead the best I can.
Then make the map as well.
I need you to use
Packet
your
will hand
sense
you.
of nonsense.
Johnny,
Packet will hand you a small little device.
Yes?
can your packet put a tracker on the ship? And, just be like, hey, it's this direction at least?
Maybe. Let me see.
Packet just handed you what looked like a small little beacon. It looks to have been made from the bugs that he found and put in himself.
Packet, you're amazing.
4 little lights float off and start doing like the spinning like disco light thing. And it's if a spider could dance, kind of.
So,
Now we have our
I guess
Minecraft
we'll-
compass home.
I guess while that gets cleaned off the floor, Is the dark side prevalent here from the temple at all?
Make a perception.
Let's see.
You don't really feel anything force related from here. Besides the obvious, like, it flows through life, but nothing like that's proper heavy flow.
Okay, yeah, I was specifically looking for the temple if there was any
Yeah,
heavier.
I was just
things.
telling you that's what you feel.
Well, I don't think we're that close. I don't feel anything in the area.
That being said, since we're not close, we have no idea what direction we're supposed to be in. So again, a sensor sweep with the frickin' ship's sensors would be good.
I don't really know if it's really able to sense
The
things
ship isn't
terribly
really
well.
equipped with much sensors. It's more so most of it was stripped for
Yeah,
auxiliary speed and hiding.
she's both a prototype and specialized. We're not on a research thing. Sorry.
You have a rough geological map you could have gotten from databases, but nothing very specific.
So you're telling me that we have no idea where this thing is.
Well, we have
all
some
we're going
idea.
off of- all we're going
You
off
have a range.
of is his ability to sense whatever space wizard crap he can.
I mean, if
I
you
mean,
want,
like I said, you have a rough like satellite scan geological map.
if you want, you can jetpack around and look from above.
I have neither the time, patience, nor power cells for that.
Well, let's get outside and get going.
Let's.
How's the air outside?
It makes you guys feel a little lightheaded, honestly. Like has anybody ever been heavily been in a heavy
Yes.
oxygen environment suddenly out of a normal one or a lower one?
Yes,
It
actually.
makes you very lightheaded.
So normal breathing for me. And well, unless Chani puts her helmet over. Because I still have the respirator thing and the closed off helmet that's never taken off.
Fair.
Besides sleeping and eating.
Hasn't been done in a couple
Hold on just a
episodes.
second.
While he's doing that, random shout out to a celebrity. Feel free to come by if you like Star Wars. You know, Adam Driver.
Oh my
you know.
god.
You
More,
had to go there.
more Dungeons and Dragons, but in space.
But in space, with wizardry and Star Wars stuff that's not always Star Wars stuff, because I am wonderful.
More.
I say with sarcasm.
Oh my
I
god.
wonder
As you guys all pile out of the ship. It's very bright. It's probably earlier morning right now.
wonder if he likes the memes.
Sorsha, you see some fruit that looks particularly mouth watering.
As we leave the ship,
Can I investigate it?
Yes.
as we leave the ship, Randall is going to tip his hat, and it's been a pleasure traveling with all of you, but I need to be getting on my way.
You're on a planet in the middle of nowhere, you're just gonna
I got 9.
bounce?
It looks wonderful.
That's just the way I go.
Do I trust
know what?
it?
Yes.
I want to eat the fruit.
Okay.
I just need a ride here. I got a job to do, find the guy I'm looking for.
You got a way out.
Like,
You got a way off the planet.
How's the fruit taste?
Pretty good.
Does it make my mouth feel tingly or
Sorsha
anything?
doesn't give a shit.
No.
Cool.
Okay, well,
You sure you can manage on your own on this planet?
I've been on worse.
Fair enough.
well, if we come across you before we leave, we're here, I guess. Needless to say, don't tell anybody else about that.
Don't worry, I'll keep your secret safe.
Okay.
Sorsha's going to hand him one of the fruit that she just ate as a parting gift.
Wait, what the?
Nobody saw Sorsha just wander over and snag fruit. She's just appeared with food.
I'm just
And
breathing
that-
in pressure.
And that is how you die. We're gonna have to have a talk about survival.
Just a little skeptical, because mysterious fruit on mysterious planet. I'll
I mean-
just hold on to this.
Might be safe for Twi'leks, but not for Trandoshan.
Yeah.
Also, fairly
Sorsha's
certain
fine.
Transitions have a strictly meat diet.
Yeah, it's the fact. Sorsha doesn't
Matt.
care.
Hey, Matt,
Yeah.
you know what time it's for?
Well,
done it in a few
actually-
episodes?
As everybody's parting ways, it's time to wrap.
I was gonna
Yeah.
do a lightsaber spin.
We can open up next time then.
Okay.
So the fruit is fine. Sorsha's not gonna die.
Okay, so let's.
I'm gonna,
We'll find
I'm
out
gonna
later.
blow his fucking head off.
Okay.
That's it for session.
As the transition walks off into the jungle, and all of you start to get your bearings and looking at the map that you all have,
Well,
we'll call the session here.
one of us is looking at the map. The others are watching this nerd spin a lightsaber.
No, Sorsha is eating more fruit.
Fair.
Okay,
Sorsha's
well,
gonna die.
thanks, Rain,
I don't
for
know if anyone's watching
Johnny.
Count. I don't know if anyone's watching Count spin a lightsaber, but he's not watching them. It's good. He's spinning, he's winning.
Okay, Rain.
Yeah, funny,
Thanks for
a comic book. Oh, go ahead.
showing.
God, Eric's tried to end like 3 times.
More.
Okay, thanks for being able to show up, Rain.
No problem. It's been fun.
If there's more opportunities, hopefully we can work you in at some point. I know your schedule's kind of unfriendly toward that.
Yeah, maybe Randall will return.
I'm gonna say keep a hold of the sheet.
Only the gods know how long we're going to be stuck in this pyramid, okay? Pyramid. It's a temple of some kind.
Space
Hey,
pyramid.
Space
Hey,
pyramid.
I half expected us to die in this fucking space station.
No, we just did irreparable damage to an entire section of it.
What are you talking
Hey,
about?
hey.
The temple's our new home. We're gonna stay here forever.
Oh,
Oh,
Hey, remember,
No.
remember. That's the corporation that we said fuck you to already. So
so it was the Bang Gang.
Allegedly.
Bang.
Yeah.
allegedly.
we said fuck them allegedly, and now the Bang Gang stole their stuff.
They're just having a
You
lot
know,
of bad
funny
luck.
it'd be if, like, say this was like an episode on a show, just have Randall walking off into the distance, and everyone like turns away and is no longer looking at him. Like a giant fly thing just swoops down and picks him up and flies off.
That or he gets out his Rainland badge.
Did you know that dragonflies are
calls home.
approximately 20 feet long here?
Oh, God. Mortimer, look. It's Big Mortimer.
Just a screech. Ow! Oh, there goes
Remember
Randall.
more-
Alrighty. Any closing statements?
Sorsha will not die from this fruit.
Alrighty then.
Maybe.
That's it for this time. So, until next time, be seeing you.
I don't like getting shot in the hamstring.